My
For
God.
extra life, though, you could do a Malort helmet.
Oh God,
Oh.
no.
Why do you
Oh.
hate humans and life?
Oh
and
my God.
I mean, that poor helmet.
A
Oh, God,
whole,
you're
You'll
a
probably
whole
eat through
helmet
the
worth?
plastic.
A whole
Yeah.
helmet worth of Malort?
Ian's brother Derek has
Oh.
it like on tap.
On
Like
ta-
he's
Does.
got it
because he's
sitting.
a degenerate host who's like,
I thought you were
you're
about to
from
say
out of
degenerate
town?
hoe.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
If the boot.
But
I
if
mean
you
that
brought
too,
friends over, have you ever had this?
Yeah.
It's
Starfish
torture on
off
tap.
to a good start, I see. Yeah, we're coming in
Yes,
hot
that's
tonight.
Starfish.
Yeah, Derek's a fucking degen. I mean, I love that dude to death. He's a good guy. Fucking degen.
Yeah. Hello,
He's the
everyone.
reason I drink Malort. Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, he's the reason I drank Malort the first time too.
Yeah,
He holds
I
that as
had-
like a
I have like a
medal.
Stockholm syndrome with it now.
Yep.
Like it's like, oh, it's
I
not that
haven't
bad.
met him, so maybe that's why
It's
I'm
bad.
not drinking Malort.
Yeah, I don't do that to my guests.
Terrible.
Sam's a
Yeah.
benevolent host.
It's like Rocky. My newbies don't have to go up, aren't identified as newbies.
Sam's a benevolent
Yeah.
host until she has to fetch a gross aged bottle of orange piss called vodka.
I mean, that I
she was
couldn't
nice
do.
to
That's
Yes,
for
that
the
bottle
kids.
did get dumped.
Yeah.
That's for the kids.
I'm so
That was for
proud
yeah,
of
that was for the
Slime.
kids. That was not
Yeah,
me
that was for
hosting.
the
That was
kids.
for the kids.
We all say this though, and then we have friends like Emily
Yeah,
Who
who
specifically comes home to Chicago and brings home bottles.
Yeah. because then
to
we have to
torture
suffer.
Florida friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, she takes it home with them so she can make people in Florida suffer.
She
Ugh.
spreads
Huh.
the stuff.
If
I
Florida,
don't
yeah,
care.
I
like
mean,
Florida's
it's
not bad
Florida,
enough.
so
Quick.
Malort really is the Florida man of
It really
For
is.
the liquor
those in
world.
chat, we are going to be playing D&D, but we're just sharing Malort horror stories. I have just one quick note. One of the touring cast members of Moulin Rouge, we've been chatting back and forth mostly about D&D stuff, and I was like, hey, I'm curious, did you ever have a drink called Malort when you were in town? He's like, oh, you mean that sewage swill? Yes, I have. I was like, oh, cool. They know. They're aware.
Yeah.
It's a dirty dishwater filtered through an old gym sock.
Pencil shavings and regret.
Sharpies and motor oil.
If
Anybody
only
else?
we were that lucky.
The liquid that you pour out of the rubber bit in the bar at the end of the night into a
Liquefied,
glass.
liquefied earwax, and I would say just shit.
Oh.
Actual shit.
Yes, Starfish. It has plagued many. I think the best thing from the commercial, the fake commercial, was that it tastes like the product of a gypsy curse. That's my favorite one.
Yes.
Another one I heard was it tastes like my dad yelled at me when I got home from school today.
Yeah. I love the Malort for when you need to fight your dad. It's like, oh my god.
Hello, everyone, and welcome
Oh,
to
yeah.
tonight's episode of
we're
Decisions
playing
and
this.
Dragons. As you can see, we're all a little
Forgot
loopy
we-
tonight. I'm
Forgot
extra
we were
loopy.
in public.
Been a
I
long
got
day.
some drinky drink. But yes, welcome to our weekly D&D show where we totally just talk about D&D. Just ignore the first 5 minutes of this stream. We're a very professional D&D stream.
Yeah, super serious.
Super serial, for real.
we're super serial.
Super
Wait.
serial.
We have cereal?
I don't know, Brian, did you ever
Only
bring
when
us
Brian
cereal?
comes over.
Whatever. I just wanted everybody
It
to
was
be
so
happy
good.
and comfortable, and it was
I was
making
very
my
happy.
first impression, and you know.
Listen, we're coming out in May, so Sam, put your order in now.
So excited. So excited to see you guys again. But yeah, wow, I'm really on top of it. When last not recap yet. Holy shit. I got it. I can do this. A few quick shout outs to our usual tools that we use for our D&D extravaganza.
Your
Number
tool.
one,
Mostly
Rubicon
Brian.
tools.
Yeah.
mostly Brian. Yeah, he is the D&D tool. Complete with backwards cap and everything.
Dude.
Oh God. Oh, that hurt. Sirenscape. Fantastic tool for anybody who is a fan of using ambient sounds and music along with their D&D campaigns. I am as big a fan of immersion as you can get. So they've got hundreds of different sound sets for all different kinds of genres, or they even have stuff for Settlers of Catan if you're a fan of board game sound effects. Entirely up to you, whatever you want to do. So definitely go check them out. They continuously update their program to allow for different sound sets and all that stuff. So check them out. Also, huge shout out to Monument Studios. They actually just released their Fantasy Complete 3. Again, they're coming out with even more copyright free music, sound effects, overall ambiance, all of it copyright free, almost specifically made for streamers like us. So definitely check them out. They also have their online streaming service as well. So similar to how we have Sirenscape, in that we all are logged into a fantastic little server. They also have something similar where you can use their stuff as well. So definitely go check them out. They are fantastic. Also, third shout out is going to be to Foundry Tabletop. Foundry is a fantastic virtual tabletop to make sense of gaming across the country or even across the world. That was unnecessarily dramatic. It is a one-time purchase to purchase the software, but then you can add in modules for whatever game you want to play, whether it's Dungeons & Dragons, Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu. I think they have a module for Cortex Prime. They've got all these different fun modules for you to use in your own games as you will. So definitely check them out as well. Anything else we need to do a shout-out for? I don't think we do. No? Oh,
Shout
Hero
out to
Forge.
me.
Shout out to Dustin.
Yeah.
For
Showing up.
just hanging out. So, when last we left our intrepid heroes, we found them moving southward from Falcon Haven, the, as it were, capital of the Dwarven Kingdom, after informing them that they should probably prepare for a force of the Whispered Horde to make their way to sow destruction. With the
Oops.
idea to start traveling southward across the Terrafan Sea, their goal was to make their way to Delita to take out the next general of the Whispered Horde, Skingorger, a nightmarish dragon of some kind. On their trip, they came across a forest and decided that it might be best to cut through, maybe to set up camp, as the rain that seems to continue to soak the party during their travel started getting a little bit more cumbersome the longer they traveled. As they did make their way through the woods, there was a strange bewitchment, enchantment maybe, of the forest itself, to make it seem just a little bit too comfortable. They encountered a stone garden standing outside a ruined temple to the Siren, one of the divine pantheon of Biven. And standing, well, seated upon one of these broken down statues seemingly was the Siren. After some bits of conversation and a very good use of divine sense, the party gathered that this was not, in fact, the Siren, and was instead a fiendish creature. After it revealed itself, and after a rather intense combat, where Renalphus, I believe, was the one who got the most fucked up, the party
Did
slew
okay.
this fiendish spider queen, and made their way inside this ruined temple, where they rested for the night. Is there anything you guys wish to do while inside this broken down structure?
I want
Rose?
to explore. I'm just
Okay.
curious what's in here.
I heard a.
No, just a little bit. I'm
Okay.
just curious.
All right.
Like, are there any? Is there anything left that indicates what worship was like in this place?
Okay. Go ahead and make me an investigation check as I get some music playing at the same time.
25.
With a 25, you look through. Now, This temple is far more broken down than the temple to Midgard Stormer that you had explored previously on the Isle of the Vanquished. This one, very clearly, the entire ceiling and even the upper floors that you assume were there had entirely caved in. So the space that you have is a little cramped, but you managed to sneak through to the open spots that you can. From what you gather, specifically about the kind of worship, you can see many old bottles of what look like wine that had been completely drained. You see flagons, you see tankards, you see the makings of what was once like a large sort of party area. Some sort of gathering where, unlike the other divinity, the siren really preached for merriment and for revelry. So her worshiping spots were very much almost like going to a bar crawl almost. Music and just happy vibes, all that stuff. That was her domain. So I'll say you managed to find with your 25. Mark down that you've got 3 very old bottles of red wine. Actually, no, we'll add variety. 2 bottles of red wine and 1 white.
That have wine, or these are just empty relics?
These are the few bottles you've come across that were only minorly damaged on the bottle, but the wine is still intact.
Sweet, I'm totally taking those. And I don't tell the rest of the group. I'm literally taking it and I'm putting it in my bag, like in the same place that I've been putting down notes every place that we visited. It's like wrapped up in some, like that old paper that got all soaked that she can't freaking write on. She's
Oh, yeah.
wrapping the bottles in there to keep them safe as she preserves relics from her travels.
Serves relics.
Works for me.
Is that what we're calling it now? We're
Yeah.
preserving the relics? I've heard that before.
I will also say with your 25, and this is good because that was the DC to find something a little bit extra. Amongst the rubble, you see the lightest flash of silver. You think, oh, easy, money, something to sell. You start brushing away the debris that's coming from this little glint of metal, and you find a small handheld silver harp. It looks like the chords are made of silver and as well. Surprisingly well kept considering it's been stuck in a ruined temple for who knows how long. But there you go.
She also wants to wrap that in some paper and take that with.
Okay.
There's got to be a museum around here, right? She's gotta. That's how you put stuff in museums, right?
It belongs in a
Totally
museum.
ethical.
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly how you put things in museums.
Mhm.
I'll say that took about, climbing through was a bit of a stretch, so about a half an hour total. You make your way back to your group. Is there anybody else that would like to investigate, take a closer look at something?
Are we
Also, this
staying
is
the whole night, guys, or are we gonna move on after just taking a breather?
How big is this place? Is there like more to it than the? Because we're still in like the entry room ish, right? Is there?
From
I
the
just want to know if
outside,
there's like more to it.
from the outside, it looked as though at one point this was a multi-floor hall, this beautiful temple in its
Mhm.
heyday. But over time and with some unknown cause, the building itself has almost completely caved in, only leaving a few small pockets of space on that first floor.
Okay.
I will say that since I'll say that Chio probably would come back, and it's up to Chio whether or not she shares this, but um, there is a means of continuing investigating through this temple. It is going to be a little bit difficult to climb through the more inner depths of this temple to seek out other loot or information.
Yeah, if I
Okay.
see Rodolphus looking around curious, then I'll ask if he would like to. If he would like any accompaniment to look further. I think I saw a
Um,
path, just a little difficult to dig through.
I'll never say no to a bit of backup.
Okay. I am going to need. There's two ways to go through this. Athletics, to just sort of move the biggest pieces out of the way, could possibly trigger more debris to fall in, possibly on top of you, or an acrobatics check to squeeze through the tighter spots without digging them out, but there's a chance you could get stuck. I leave it up to you two, what you guys would like to do. As well as anybody else who, if they want to join in this little treasure hunt, whatever you want to call it.
I'm sorry. We're rolling for which perception investigation?
So this is for anybody who wants to press further into the temple, because there's so much debris and everything in the way, one of two rolls, and I leave it up to you. Either an athletics check to move some of the debris out of the way, making it easier for everybody to move through, or an acrobatics check to try to sneak through the openings in the debris, but there's a chance you can get stuck. Flit, I will say, given your size, if you did choose acrobatics, you will get advantage. Chio, given that you are a cat shifter, I'm going to give you advantage on your acrobatics if you choose that as well, because cats are scary like that.
Yeah, I ain't moving no rocks.
Yeah,
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Yeah, I'll roll acrobatics
Okay.
If you
with
guys
advantage.
need
You
to
said.
If you need me to move any rocks, I can always assist.
Yeah, I was gonna let the smaller party members try acrobatics, and then I was gonna try athletics to move stuff out of the way.
Okay.
I rolled a 14.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Any other members trying to squeeze through? Okay.
No.
I'm gonna stay here.
Maybe try and.
I'm still mesmerized
Do
by
we want
the
food? Do we like to eat? I mean, if we're gonna spend time here, we might as well.
fact. Yeah,
Maybe.
let's do some food. That sounds like
Probably not a bad
Sounds great.
idea.
I'm just
Go for
I'm,
a sandwich.
Yeah.
Where's Steve's with hashtag let's do some food?
Let's do the food.
Okay. Chio, you slip through, no issue. In fact, you're going through the areas that you've already. I could do food. You are making your way through one of the openings that you had already sort of previously crawled through. Not an issue for you. Flit, as you start climbing, specifically to get to this opening, you feel your feet slip a couple times, and you, for a moment, hear just this echoing throughout the area around you. Things seem to have settled. You climb into the opening. You kind of have to use your arm strength a little bit to finish climbing through, but eventually you do pop out the other side with Chio. You two go ahead and make me an investigation check.
12.
Phoning it in again.
15.
15. Okay. You come upon a lot of what Chio had previously investigated. So you see a bunch of tables that have just large bits of the ceiling collapsing them down. You can see several tankards and other things sort of strewn about the place. You can see a large door, set of double doors on the far end, but there is a large pile of debris that is blocking any sort of entry. It stands closed. Yeah. So you guys have a little bit of wiggle room as it is right now, but you guys know that if you do want to press further into the temple, you are going to have to move some of this debris out of the way.
You think we should?
Well, if we're staying here for the rest of the day, it's always interesting to see how other people did things, how they lived their lives. I'm curious.
Well, and in the other temple, we found, kind of useful things. Those gems and such. Maybe there's something here.
It's very true. I found a couple of things while I was looking before. I was going to try to check in depth when we rested for the night. Maybe we'll find more.
I think we can, think we need to keep all that we can use at this point. Especially with everything going on. Seems like it's just a shame to leave it here to collect dust or for somebody worse to take it.
While you guys are having this conversation, Renalphus is just going to call through the gap. Is everyone through? I'm gonna start moving boulders. I don't want somebody to get crushed if something goes wrong.
We're through, but I would appreciate perhaps not causing an avalanche.
No promises.
All right. So, Renalphus, your plan is to use your athletics to move some of this debris out of the way, right?
Yes.
Okay. Boykin, you did offer. That's the sound. If we ever get to the point where there's like a game, like Baldur's Gate, and you click on a thing or click on a person, there's the sound that they make. That's the Boykin sound.
It's like just startled awake, like chewing for some reason.
You said you were going to offer assistance. Yes.
Oh yes.
Okay. Arsinoe and Malice, is there anything you guys wish to do? Do you want to just essentially help? Is there anything else you guys would like to do to support them as they try to do this?
No. I just
Start prepping the healing spells for when
pretty
they come
much
back out.
like
I I don't think I have much that I can do from
Yeah.
here, and climbing through is probably not the best idea.
There should be at least one of us out here just in case something happens.
That's the other thing. I mean, it didn't seem like anything else would be coming back to, I don't know, come back to see its friend or its mom or whatever we killed out there.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I feel like some of us should stay out here and keep an eye on things, and I don't know, cook. Do we have drinks? I mean, as much as he looks around at all of the broken bottles, and it's just like, so disappointing.
I like how you said cook. Like, I don't know, cook? Would cooking help?
I mean,
I don't know what
damp.
adventurers do.
It's damp.
I'll be right
it's
back out.
cold.
I'll be right back out. I'm
I
just
feel
gonna
like
move this
this
rock.
is when you have soup. This is a night for soup.
Malice seems like a cheese and crackers kind of gal.
Malice seems like a charcuterie, full
That's what
charcuterie.
I was gonna say. Full
Nah,
charcuterie.
she's stew girl. She likes
Huh?
stew.
That's
stew.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want some stew now.
Yeah.
I want
she
some
likes-
charcuterie and stew.
She can cook.
That sounds
You
delicious.
can jump in my
I-
house, Cujo. I had beef
I
stew
mean-
for dinner.
Some of the food
I
she
have
has is
a
not
bowl
beef.
of beef jerky and goldfish and cheese.
I'm gonna make
I have a
pozole this
homemade
weekend.
charcuterie bowl.
Did it come in the Tupperware that you brought it in when we came to my parents' place?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, it's in a chowder bowl.
So much better. All right.
Classy in Nerd House.
Hey, no
No, also-
judgments here.
Also, probably if we're staying here the night, I feel like clearing out at least a space for us to be that's not sleeping on top of a bunch of broken rocks is probably a good idea.
Yeah,
whatever.
if we are staying the night.
Okay.
You've clearly never been in the army. At
Well,
least not the Goblin
op-
Army.
if you have, well, that's very true. I have not been in the Goblin Army.
All
I think I
right.
want to be.
Between Boykin and Renolphus, I will need an athletics check with advantage. You guys tell me which one is rolling.
I have
Brian,
a
what's your-
+7.
You have a +7 athletics.
Jesus.
So I guess I'll roll.
You fucking go, dude.
I have a -1 there.
Well,
All
I am
right.
also in this
24.
conversation.
24. I do a kickflip to remove the rock.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm going
You're
back.
like
I'm going back
suplexing the
outside.
rock.
I was
only
gonna
have
go
a
back outside. I was
+4.
just helping move.
Oh, okay. I will say over the course of the next, it's probably gonna be about an hour, mostly because the both of you are finding which bits of rubble are not load bearing, and sort of undoing this puzzle. Over the next hour or so, you guys manage to clear out a large amount of the rubble that's immediately in front of you, making more than enough room for you guys to put down your sleeping bags, have a full campfire, that sort of thing. Also, what was your result, Brian? 24?
24.
24. With a
Kickflip.
24.
I did an ollie.
Kickflip.
God damn it. With a
Who's the toolbox
24.
now? It's me.
Son of a bitch. With a 24, I'm going to also include that you remove a lot of the debris. You right there, Sam?
You didn't hear Spence barking?
No.
Oh, he's like writhing around on the floor and like barked at himself. Yes, hello.
Oh,
Hi.
I love that dog.
Oh.
Do you want to say hello to the people?
Yes.
Hey,
Let's see the
buddy.
pupper.
Oh.
Spence.
FYI. Hi, Spencer.
Oh, hello, puppy.
He looks like a toddler that's hiding behind mom, who's trying to.
He
Yeah,
kinda does.
Given the side eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
He's gonna bark
Um,
right into the microphone.
Speaking speaking of which, I did show my mother the picture of Spencer with the Palpatine like hood. Oh my god. I need #pupper time. #pupper time, definitely. I need that framed. I think I'm gonna get that printed and framed for you guys.
hashtag pupper time.
I'm going to say that over the course of the next hour, not only do you clear a camp area, but you also remove a lot of the debris that was in front of that set of double doors. Similar to the Templeton Midgard Stormer, as you remove the debris, there's no door handle, there's no lever. It doesn't seem that there's anything in sight to provide that entry into this next chamber. What do you do? At this point, I'll say everybody is together for simplicity's sake.
So you said there was debris in front of the next door too, right?
Yes,
Or did they clear that out?
they
as well?
cleared that out as well because Brian ended up rolling a million. I'm going to say that was
Boykin's
also
athletic.
cleared out.
Can I
Pour some wine on it.
can I examine the door, like to see if there's any runes or magical traps or anything like that?
Yeah. I'll say make me another investigation check.
As part of, well, I guess I can go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll wait.
Natural 20.
Nice. Okay. With a natural 20, it's strange. Since you and Kefka have bonded, you start picking up these little quirks. Almost like second-hand knowledge of certain things that maybe you shouldn't know about. But you examine the door, almost running your hand along it. And similar to the previous temple, you feel this teeny little groove of some sort of indentation. And not allowing yourself, or not allowing any time to be wasted, you almost trace your finger along that line of gravel, and from some unseen force, as your reach fails you, the line, that indentation, continues to be revealed, almost like somebody's hand is releasing the design for you. For a moment, you have Mage Hand. I'll say for the next minute, you have
I do
access
have
to
Mage Hand. I can cast it.
Just kidding. You already have Mage Hand. um,
I have like 700 cantrips.
but something about where you start revealing this inscription, it's almost like you already know what it looks like. And so you are able to remove the debris and dust and gravel and all the sort of stuff that's been caked on this door over the last however long. And you see a beautiful mural of the siren. Looks like, and again, this is very, detailed inscription. There's no color necessarily, but you can see this mural depicting the siren seated along what looks to be a very small waterfall with a harp in her hand. And her mouth is open, almost as if she is in the middle of singing.
Can I tell what language the inscription is in?
For that, what languages do you know?
Common, Dwarvish, Gnomish, Halfling, and Undercommon.
Okay. Yeah, you're looking at these symbols. These do not look familiar.
I will look back at all of my colleagues and just say, can anybody read this?
I heard that one.
I did hear that one. All I
was
can
fun-
see is the one like blue eye.
Yeah. It was funny because it got a little cut off, so all I heard was,
I only know Common and Dwarvish.
I know Elvish, and Sylvan.
Draconic?
Celestial and infernal.
Arsinoe,
Yeah.
you recognize these symbols as being in Celestial.
I had a feeling
Okay.
that's what it was.
What is happening over there? Is he playing tug with you?
I have a rope toy in my
As
He's
Sam
waiting
just
for
gets
Sam's
ripped out of her
chair
seat.
to like come out.
Oh.
I know Common and Celestial.
Ah.
Sure, Max is-
Sam, do you want us to take a break? No, it's fine. She's
Yeah,
being
fine.
dragged away from the
The
computer.
chair is being wheeled
I
backwards.
can still hear you. It's fine.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
I'm not. The headphones are wireless. It's fine.
He's like, don't worry, I'll pop my shoulder back in later.
Yeah, very much.
Starfish, I'm definitely forwarding these hashtags. Hashtag puppy wants to be heard.
Yeah,
Yes.
he does.
Yes.
He wants to play.
Speaking of puppies, is ours with you, Tina? Okay.
The sleepy.
No. The sheepy boy.
He was in the chair, and then he went off somewhere.
Arsinoe, you read through this script that's inscribed on this stone wall. And it's a little extra flowery in language, but I'll say, just with your passive intelligence, you deduce the phrase, only those with the divine performance may enter.
What that means. Only those. And she kind of like is muttering to herself as she's trying to read it, and then eventually says that out loud. Only
Can you
those
say it again?
with the divine performance.
Does anyone play an instrument of any kind?
May enter.
Cujo, what do I know about this deity? Jesus
I'm sorry, I
Christ.
turned it off.
I was like, oh my god.
Up
Just
until
want you to
this
understand, you
point,
just
the music
said, what
was.
do I know about this deity, Jesus Christ? And it's like, do you want me to hand you a Bible?
Yeah.
Do you have a minute to talk about the teachings of Jesus Christ?
No, I don't
Hello,
have a minute.
my name is Boykin Hammer Throw.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, have you found Jesus?
Um, we already know
Christ.
about. We already know that this is the like goddess of partying, I guess. Um, can I make a religion check to try and recall?
No! Dustin, return to us.
I'm here. I'm here.
You're good. We see you, Sam.
Dustin is just gonna sing for us. He's in the.
That's the wrong
Well,
character.
this is the performance, clearly.
Yeah.
Ah.
He's a mime.
Okay, he's returned.
Sorry, Dermot
Okay.
Fairy coming through.
All right, so
Dermot,
I
5-minute
will
cue. This is your
repeat
5-minute cue.
myself because I thought all of you were just paying the fuck attention to what I was trying to say.
No.
See,
Like, thank
it's
you, everybody.
deceiving. You're like, wow, everyone is being so attentive. And I
Everyone's
just
being
enraptured
so
them with
polite,
my words.
and all of a sudden it just smash cuts to Cujo doing one of these.
Whenever you feel like, wow, everyone's being so polite, that's
Maybe-
when
yes.
your Discord is crapped out.
I should know better. It's my fault. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're really assuming a
Um,
lot about how we
No,
operate as
I
friends.
want to make a religion check or history check to recall any information on possible rituals or particular customs, like anything like more specific than goddess of partying.
Go ahead and make me a religion check.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna do great, guys. 5.
It's gonna cast guidance on you, but kind of doesn't seem like it would do anything.
Don't bother.
You've witnessed some awkward religious groups in your time, either pass through or you've come upon small worship spaces. As far as you can tell, everyone is all kinds of different. These people do really weird shit to appease their gods. Who knows? That's kind of unfortunately what crosses your mind.
Okay. In such an event, the only thing that I know of that we could do, based on what I know about this particular god and worshiping gods in general, being a goblinoid, obviously the divine performance is get drunk, sing a song, and start fighting.
I mean, it doesn't actually sound that implausible.
Like Irish drinking song
Yeah.
followed by beat the shit out of each other.
At least the drinking part and possibly the singing part, I feel like, are probably those
She was,
two.
like, writing notes down, like, it's a very violent religious sect. This continent has
I
very
think
strange religious practices.
I feel like fighting might be optional.
Fighting
No.
is the whole point of it.
Utterly
I-
confused.
Based on my understanding as a not so clergyman.
I did find, and she'll reach into her bag. I did find this harp. I have no idea how to use it, but if we need an instrument to play, there is one handy.
Okay.
We're back.
But she's offering it up to someone else. I mean,
I
I
will
guess
take the
she
harp. I will take the harp. I don't know how to play a harp either, but it doesn't look that hard.
How hard could it be?
Yeah. It doesn't seem to have a lot of parts.
I see drunks play the harp all the time. I mean, none of them are any good, but
Yeah, but if you're drunk, do you really care?
Valid argument.
Cast guidance on Malice if she's gonna try to play the harp.
That's probably a good idea.
She just like slaps it.
I just get like a slap.
It's probably on the calf because she's like way taller than Flip.
I was just gonna say it's like an ass slap because that's about how tall she is.
She like jumps.
Good,
High
good game.
five!
Yeah,
Good game. Good game.
Good game.
Jesus.
Like when you were a kid,
Okay,
you used to
so-
like jump and try to like tap the top of the door frame. Like that. Guidance!
You do that, but accidentally end up like smacking her in the boob, and you're like, "Oh, it got awkward. Oh no, I missed."
Wow.
Sorry.
Malice,
Okay.
do you intend to?
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
damn
Oh
it.
no, she's gonna
Our
try.
chat is hilarious. We got
No.
hashtag high five to the cheeks right now. All right, Malice.
Yes, I will. I will examine the harp and try to intuit how to play a harp because that's. I feel like she's probably seen one or two played before. She came from the Feywild. They play harps and shit.
This is true.
She doesn't have one herself, but like, hey, that didn't look that difficult. People seem to like it.
Malice, are you trained in performance?
I'm not trained.
Okay. Go ahead and make a performance check with your
Yep.
guidance,
Okay.
which is a D4 added, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
are you
Which-
proficient in the harp?
I'm not proficient in any instruments.
Channeling Dermot.
I just dropped one of my dice in barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Where's no fairy when
Divine.
Once it
Aren't
rolls
there
it-
like 5 billion of them too?
I
It
know,
rolls
seriously.
your next roll is a natural 20 because it just needed nourishment.
kind of. I don't
Malice,
want to.
think of that one time before
don't
your
wanna put it through my
Feywild
dice.
died, and you knew that one weird guy, and his last name was like O'Fairy, and he was always singing, and
What are you talking about? Okay.
Badron.
17.
With a
that with
17,
the D4.
Yes, that's with the D4.
Just damn.
was it
Gina.
Sassy Sundays?
Yikes.
Spicy.
Yikes.
Look, okay. I haven't played one of these before.
Steve's with the Vine reference in our chat.
Okay.
Well done.
A plus.
With a 17, at first you sort of strum almost like you've seen almost like a guitar because it's like the same thing. Like
It
a
has
lute.
strings.
It has strings, so you kind of pluck a little bit and then realize, okay, maybe that was a little too hard. It takes you a second to kind of become familiar enough to play a couple of solid notes. You sort of improvise a small song, and the notes sort of echo out.
Jazz.
Nice jazz. There you go.
Jazz harp.
Jazz.
Chaos.
I'm just saying.
Music rings out. Couple moments go by. Unfortunately, nothing happens.
You have to sing too.
Okay. Do I have to sing with the harp or sing after the harp, or do we have to drink and sing?
Do we have anything to drink?
We have to have something to drink.
Oh, I also found
She was
some
like,
bottles here. Nobody was there when I found them, so nobody asked me what I found.
no, hey. I mean,
Yeah.
there are a lot of bottles here.
Yeah, these, I was going to see if there was a particular vintage or, perhaps they had value to someone who still was a practitioner. So I
I'm
wasn't sure
rolling
if anybody would
insight.
have them. Sure.
Nope, seems on the level to me.
You've seen her like whenever she goes somewhere, she's like taking notes on things and like cataloging what she's buying. So it's
So
legit.
we could probably not use it all. Maybe like a small bit, and then recork it, and you could still take it.
Oh, I wasn't planning on drinking it. I don't typically drink. I find
think
it
a
clouds
party
the mind.
involves-
But
I think the party usually involves more than one person.
well, I suppose if we all share.
Just
You
alcoholism
hear
if you drink by yourself.
Chio. You hear a familiar voice. You will not.
Sorry, I think I hit the mute button. It's a necessary act for my cultural learning.
Make a persuasion check. I'll say the
She's
rest of
doing
you.
that.
That?
I wanna. Flip probably always is like, excuse me, Mr. Kafka.
Every time. Does his eye twitch when he hears that voice now? Like,
Come on
Sure.
now.
He's regretting this being a deity thing.
yeah.
11.
There's nothing to be learned from these lesser beings.
Hearing her voice is a dick.
Well, the elder of our clan thought differently when he asked me to travel here.
You don't hear anything in response to that.
Ronaldo takes a step towards you and just says, "Are you just gonna look at it, or are we drinking?" And he's gonna take one of the bottles from you.
Pull out some cups.
How wooed.
We're definitely gonna
Thanks,
need
Jar
this too
Jar.
if we're gonna drink. Oh God, how old is this stuff? This looks ancient.
Ujo,
Ah, finally
Is it red wine
aged.
vinegar by now?
Oh,
well, while they're pouring whatever concoctions are in this bottle, Arsenoe's gonna turn back to the.
Stink ass. Sorry.
Well, he came and hid down here.
Oh,
Did he crop dust and run?
he did. The dog fucking crop dusted me.
Oh, good. I have lesser restoration in case we poison ourselves right now. So we're good.
While this is being poured, because we are now drinking, Arsenoe's gonna assume that we're gonna be here a while and cast
Spit too.
cast Guardian of Faith in the
Probably a good
front,
idea.
in the first doorway,
Cool.
like in the entrance to the temple, so that the big statuesque
The familiar
guardian
sight
stands.
of the large, almost animated armor looking titan just materializes in the doorway leading into the temple, and just as it does, you hear a tring as the sword is placed in the ground, signifying that it is at attention. Alright, so
Yep.
Vernalphus grabbed a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Who all is drinking?
Before I open this
Oh,
bottle,
Jesus Christ.
Sure.
can I make?
Please don't poison all of us. Okay, maybe
Yeah,
I
I
shouldn't
got-
drink
I got-
then.
No, I have stuff. I can clear it.
I
It's
was
fine.
made for
I'm immune to
this.
poison. It's fine.
Go ahead, Rodolphus.
I would like to
I
make an
might too.
investigation check.
Okay.
To kind of before I even open it, I want to determine if this wine is any good or if it's just poison at this point.
You you uncork, expecting the worst. You pour a little bit out. Looks like wine. You smell
Does
it?
it smell like wine?
Smells like wine.
Is there any sediment in the wine?
You kind of hold the bottle and take a gander. You don't see any. The sediment was in you this whole time.
Here. There, let's just drink it. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not even bothering with glasses. I take
Sancha.
1 or 2 large
Fucking
gulps
barbarians.
and pass it.
Okay.
Sip, sip, pass. Woo!
Yep.
All right. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Impossible.
I'm assuming we're kind of all grouped together as we're having
Yeah,
this like
yeah.
fun
Yeah.
drinking circle. Great. Everyone gets a +4 on their save then.
Sweet.
Yes.
16.
Okay.
Sam, did you roll a 1?
It's a +4.
So 8.
Math.
I
You're
Uh,
good.
Wait,
19.
Tina gives everybody a +4, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is +4.
24.
Ah. 27.
Jesus. Okay.
You would be
Renalphus.
competing in this.
Boykin, you got a 27. 29.
There we go.
Oh, you two upper.
Renalphus's rolls have returned.
That was a natural 20
Nice.
with
That's
a plus
awesome.
9.
That's
And I'm
awesome.
not even proficient in con.
Nice.
The DC was 15. I believe Arsinoe was the only one to get below.
Yeah.
Can I
Arsinoe, you
donate some of my 29 to Arsinoe?
I don't think that's how
I don't
that
know how that
works.
would even work, given the nature of the check.
I use my don't be a wuss ability.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and I didn't cast I didn't cast guidance on myself or nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Arsinoe, you watched Renalphus test the wine.
Fine.
You watched him look for sediment. You saw him smell the bottle and shrug that it was fine. As you take a drink, pure sedimenty vinegar. You are just left with that taste sort of hovering in your mouth. Everybody else, you taste the most delicious wine you've ever tasted.
That's amazing.
And the rest of you
God.
get a d6 of inspiration.
Fuck.
Wait,
Wow, that tasted just like grape juice.
Damn
Cujo,
it.
I need you to clarify what you just said. What are we getting?
You're getting a d6 of inspiration.
Okay. Does that mean I roll a d6 and I have that many inspiration?
No, you get one d6 that you can add to your attack roll, saving throw, or ability check.
Okay.
It does go away in the next long rest.
Okay.
So maybe now we all have to sing while Malice plays the harp.
Well, do you know any songs?
Sam,
Appropriate
your
songs.
face.
I've had wine like that. Like, I've had old wine. That's gross.
Yeah.
She's like washing her mouth out now. Like, has pulled the mask almost aside and is just like.
Aww.
Scraping your tongue.
mhm,
Ugh,
cleaning out her water skin. Yeah.
grody.
Little
Man.
gives a piece of candy from her pocket.
I don't know
Who
how
knows,
you all
who
are
knows an
enjoying
appropriate
this.
song?
It seems quite fine to don't usually drink, but it has a very earthy note at the end, on the back of the tongue.
Mhm.
I would say earthy is correct.
Who? Sam.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Why you gotta make me roll dice?
I'm sorry.
not good at it.
You know what? We should just do away with
Not gonna
dice,
do it.
everybody. I think we're just gonna
Not gonna
go
use
with
those
straight up
anymore.
improv.
Oh, much better.
I got a 20.
22.
With a 22, as you're sort of turned away in the direction of that door and you're scraping your tongue, you're sort of tilting your head back to really pour as much of your water skin in so you can rinse out your mouth. Your eye catches something. The script is written in such a way where it could be a musical bar. almost like if you just imagined those lines. The runes match up. Which also tells you you have lyrics as well.
She'll actually take a little bit of the water and kind of just clean off the dirt and debris from the wall. And I think I have your song. And it's still in Celestial,
Yes.
but it's on like a.
Can you write that out phonetically?
Sure.
Or you can just sing it.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why?
I don't think that's a great idea.
Did you want some wine to give you some inspiration?
No.
It said something about a divine performance. You do seem to have a connection to the divine beings of this land.
We're just saying.
I don't know if I don't know. Not having a good experience with that wine makes me feel like maybe I'm not as divine here.
I think you're divine all the time.
Thank you.
Just want to pat
Being a lightweight is nothing to be ashamed about.
I don't know how you all enjoyed that.
Well, some
think that
people
was
like
great.
wine, some people like ale, some people like rum.
That was not wine. That was the bottom of a river.
No, that tastes more like
Oh,
catfish and mud.
That's what that tasted like.
fine.
Well, I'll admit that I've
catfish,
had
but-
better, but
I will contribute to the song, but
Okay.
I think as a group, I have a feeling the siren appreciates more merriment.
Okay.
So I will
well,
write it out
you-
phonetically.
you
as
lead
best I
us
can.
and
We don't read Celestial, so
So yeah, so I will write it out as phonetically as I can. And then like a 3rd grade music teacher, try and do the thing.
Dance, puppets, dance.
what check does
She's
one
ex-
roll to determine if they know how to read music?
Oh yeah, she has no musical experience. What this is so not her bag, you guys. You have no idea.
Guys, we fucked up. Wrong party.
Here's what I
At least everybody in the other party has some sort of instrument, I think.
here's what I will say.
we should have brought a bard.
Well, yeah. This is eventually going to be a group performance check. So, Sam, excuse me, Arsinoe is translating the Celestial into phonetics so that everybody can sing along. I'll say if you guys are trying to read music, give me just a straight intelligence check. And this can be a group check as well to kind of support each other and teach. You know, it's implied that you're teaching everybody as you are learning this.
Mostly I'm trying to figure out what to... 'cause I'm assuming I might have to play things that...
This is it's just a check, right? Not a saving throw.
I will cast guidance on myself.
Can it be a saving throw?
No.
No.
Say,
I'll cast
performance
guidance on
check.
myself too.
This is just a straight intelligence check to start out to understand how to read the music and understand how the tune is supposed to go.
Nat 20.
Nat 20?
Or 22.
I'm just saying, maybe a 3rd grade music teacher is in Arsinoe's calling. I'm just
Maybe
saying.
Maybe.
that's her destiny, is to become.
I don't know about that. I rolled like a 3rd grader. I
I
got
got,
a 3.
yeah, 9 for me.
Very
Also a
good,
9.
Renalphus.
Wow, you guys.
I got
Ah,
15. I got 15.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Listen,
Yeah.
can I have advantage because I do know how to read music? Just throwing that out there.
Does
Me
Flit?
personally.
Oh,
You
you like
do?
in real life? Oh no.
This is gonna
Just
end up
fucking
like the
idiot.
Hogwarts theme where everybody sings it to a different tune.
Mhm.
Oh God.
I
This
think
is
she'll
what's gonna
appreciate it.
happen.
I think she's gonna appreciate it though. A for effort.
I will say, gee, I love you guys so much. With a
A for effort.
combination, mostly led by Arsinoe. Once Arsinoe starts explaining the basics of how to read music, Boykin and Malice quickly catch on. And over the next, I'll say 10 minutes, you guys manage to teach everybody in the party how the song is supposed to sound, what the notes mean. You get a general understanding of how to read music.
I'm just humming in the background.
Okay.
That's fair.
At this point, Malice is playing the harp.
Yep.
I will need everybody to make a performance check.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
guidance
good.
again.
Oh, good.
I will say, because Arsinoe was good and got that natural 20 for that intelligence check to teach music, I'll say everybody just add an additional +2 to your roll.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Oh, here's me.
So total of 26.
Nice.
21.
Awesome.
24.
Fantastic.
9.
Okay.
We traded,
16.
Sam.
16. I used that extra die of inspiration. Is that okay?
18.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm good at humming.
He's got a good harmony though.
It takes a little bit for everybody to kind of sing in unison as you kind of figure out
It's like when you sing happy birthday in a room full of people.
happy
It
birthday.
turns into like a funeral march.
Yeah, one person wants to sing it upbeat, and everybody else is singing like a funeral dirge.
Oh my god, Sam. Like a funeral march killed me. Jesus Christ. Every family birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a little bit to kind of get with the groove. And some voices more than others are more clearly heard and are nailing the notes just as Arsinoe and as everybody had sort of come together and realized they were supposed to be sung. And it does take a couple tries before eventually you see the inscription, the mural of the siren slowly glow. And you hear that familiar rumbling once again as slowly the door sinks into the floor, revealing an inner chamber. Glancing in, you see that this... You look forward and you see that the walkway dips down, and you can see that this is almost like an amphitheater sort of setting, with a large, I'm going to say 20-foot long and 10-foot deep stage of some kind that's raised about 5 feet off the ground. Similar to the previous rooms, there are still some pieces of debris that have fallen from the ceilings. But you can see that there was probably hundreds of instruments. Lutes, flutes, lyres, drums. You see all these musical instruments, long abandoned to time, sort of strewn about.
I try and find a harpsichord.
Make me an investigation check.
Gladly.
You cannot bring a harpsichord with us.
Investigation.
Mhm.
17.
Give me a moment.
It's okay, I was not expecting to roll that well either.
You do find a harpsichord with a big piece of stone that is embedded in the center of it, that is pierced through the bottom. but it's a harpsichord. Um, on this stage, a very stark contrast to everything around it. You see an elf, frozen in time, reaching out, clearly in a moment of desperation. This is female presenting, long red hair with several strands sort of tied together in small braids. It's clear that she had been turning when she had been frozen. Fair skin, robes far cleaner than you would expect in a space like this. Very clear depiction of styling. Ah, no! 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 Okay, well, Sam is back, and Sam is the DM. No, I'm the DM. Just kidding. Okay, we're good. That was scary. You're good, you're good.
I was taking notes and you guys went quiet. I was like, oh.
Yeah. So you are looking at... This is just my method of making sure you can see. Her robes are very clean, and the style of which sort of matches the mural of the siren. But she stands almost like the debris around her, the large pieces of stone and wood and just whatever happened, almost perfectly missing her in her frozen form as she reaches out. But that is the scene that is before you.
I go up and just kind of touch the hand of the statue.
It's cold, and it's not a statue. It is quite literally.
I'm sorry, like a frozen person.
Yes, yes.
I do apologize.
You touch her hand. Her hand is cold, but not ice cold. Like, clearly, her life force is sustaining and is preserved in this state. I will say, where you would touch somebody's hand, you would see, the grooves in their skin showing where the force of your hand is sort of pressing into their skin. Her skin is rigid. It is unflinching in the current state.
Gotcha.
That's odd. How long do you think she's been like that?
Do you know, do you think the destruction of this place is correlated with the travesties that have befallen your land? So perhaps the same timeline?
Possibly.
How long ago was that here?
It's only been like 10 years or something, right?
Decade.
This does not look like 10 years worth of decay.
Actually, does it look like it's...
I will say...
obviously destruction, because a lot of destruction can happen in a short period of time, but does it look like there is a lot more time has passed in terms of weathering of stone and all of that?
Make me an investigation check.
Investigation 12.
With a 12, it's a little difficult to tell, but you kind of spend some time. You look specifically at dust. Dust is a great tell to see how long something has laid in ruin. And there's certainly a little bit, but compared to the Temple of Midgardstormer, this is far less than what you encountered in there. Given the current conversation and the topic, You could probably estimate around 10 years.
Recent, comparatively speaking.
Boykin is gonna start singing.
Do you think she was...
What does Boykin sing?
Oh, songs. Oh, You Are My Sunshine.
Make me a performance check.
the Dwarven remix?
Remix.
What is it like? You are my. Well, you live in a mountain, so
Yeah.
you know sunshine.
Oh,
You are my lava rock.
eight. Eight.
An 8.
Better.
Your voice
Okay.
rings out, and it echoes off of the walls a little bit. And you look to her face, which is just frozen in a moment of desperation.
She starts
You don't
vomiting.
see a little bit of vomit just drips out of her mouth now.
Mike, screw this temple. We're out.
She doesn't seem to show any recognition. There's no change.
Looking around the
Maybe
temple...
someone with a better voice. Mine's kind of terrible.
Given that there's one person here,
I got the lowest, remember?
do we see any other not frozen people or remnants of people?
I'll say with your investigation, you did see a couple.
There were people
Corpses.
potentially here when
Yes.
whatever happened.
Yes. Not under the same condition
Mhm.
as the elf on the stage. I will say, yeah, that's the most you can see right now.
Arsinoe, maybe if you sang that in Celestial.
You
And
are
it's
my
actual-
lava rock. Sing
Yeah.
that in
Well,
Celestial.
that one song, the song that was in Celestial.
Kujo, you said that she was dressed like the siren.
Similar style of robes.
Similar style.
I will say,
So she's in a temple, like an acolyte.
You wanna?
Arsinoe is gonna hold out her hand to the hover at the elbow of the elf. Look at everyone. I can try. I don't think singing is gonna do it.
What do you want to try?
To restore her.
I mean,
I feel like
I
she
feel like we
belongs
can't.
here.
I feel like we can't not. Can't just walk out of here and leave her there for another 10, 50 years, whatever.
I agree.
Or let anyone else find it.
Can I assist?
By
uh,
harmonizing?
By harmonizing. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
sing.
Mm,
I will cast Greater Restoration though.
okay.
that's probably a better idea, as opposed to just
I think
non-magically
those are
singing.
appropriate.
You hold out your hand.
I'm gonna draw my glaive just in case.
You hold out your hand, almost lightly cupped. And as you internally reach out to Carbuncle, you close your eyes and can feel the divine energy gathering in your palm. Everybody else just sees what looks like pure light gathering in Arsinoe's gloved hand. Satisfied, feeling the right amount of energy, reach out and gently clasp the elbow of the elf. The rest of you guys watch as almost like, do you ever see, I don't know if it's on, basically you ever see a teeny little bit of flame catch onto a sock and you see all the little frayed edges, just like a line of fire just sort of burns them away and then goes out.
Mm-hmm.
Very slowly you see this little line of light expand out from the point with which Arsinoe touched the elbow. And the more area that is covered in this light, you see the gravity take hold. So you see bits of robes fall down. You see her hair slowly fall and, cascade on her back until eventually it all culminates at the center point of her forehead where the light fades, and you watch as and she
I go
basically
and try to catch her.
okay.
Because
You
I'm standing right there.
Mm-hmm.
you catch her just as she feels her legs grow weak, and you hear her take several deep breaths.
Are you okay?
What happened?
Well, I started singing and it wasn't really good, and luckily someone that's a lot more qualified in helping people was here.
You don't have the divine voice. Strange how you're in
Well,
this chamber then.
obviously. Yes.
She sort of takes a moment, still holding on to you, before she eventually gathers her bearings and slowly moves her feet and stands up on her own two legs and just continues to look around. The gods. This is so much worse than she thought.
What happened here?
I ask her, what day do you think it is?
So since I'm not Mercer, and I do not have a calendar, she gives a day that is 11 years ago.
I tell her that the day is actually today.
No day but today. Rent reference. Moving on. She...
That's not what I said. You appear to have been frozen for quite some time.
She was hoping to be back by now. Tell me, where is the siren now?
We don't. Do we? Would we know anything about?
I'd say you can try and make a history check.
I'm thinking more like rumors. Like, I don't. Yeah, probably not though.
Miss Jackson.
Miss Jackson, okay. Malice, let me know what you got in your history.
I don't. Nope, I know nothing. I got
Nothing?
it too.
Okay. With a 2, nothing comes to mind as something
Barely.
to offer this elf.
Nope.
Arsinoe. When the fall happened, you did remember hearing through rumors of refugees that had been passing through Delita that there were some temples that had attempted to ward off the destruction that was bound to happen. You don't necessarily recall specifics on the Sirens temples, but that's the piece that you can kind of recall is when, considering you essentially had your own little information network of refugees that came through, you do distinctly remember hearing that there were some temples that had tried to shore up defenses.
Got it.
While they're doing that, I pull my water skin out and offer like a sip of water.
Oh, thank you. And she gladly takes the water skin. She takes a small sip. You can tell that while she is very thirsty, she's still very polite and only takes a little bit before handing it back. Tell me.
Oh, okay. Have a little more. It's
Oh.
for good luck. For good luck.
Where is 11 years later. Do you know where the Siren's Chosen is?
No.
I have never heard that term.
No.
I kind of assumed you would be one of them. Since
I-
you're. And she kind of like gestures to the rest of the empty room.
Yeah.
And she finally takes in. Oh, no. She approaches some of the corpses. And it's at this point you can see that their robes are a little bit more aged than hers, given that she was frozen in time, but not by much. It's clear that whatever spell had been cast in this temple, it did affect many more than just her. Unfortunately, gravity plus stone didn't save them. The Siren's Chosen was supposed to ensure the safety of the temple so that we could all be returned once the Whispered One and his horde had been done away with.
That has not happened yet.
Returned? What do you mean? Returned.
The Siren chose them to take up arms against the Whispered Horde. It was supposed to be a gathering of the Divine Chosen to take the battle to prevent... Oh no, and she then sort of takes in. You said it hasn't happened yet. And you can tell she eventually finds a seat. It all fell apart.
Yeah, I explained that the Whispered Horde controls all lands between something Phenom, whatever the citadel is. Mundos Phenom. Fort Scar acts as the front line. You know, between that and what's left of all civilization.
She falls silent. I thank you for restoring me, but I fear that you've restored me to the world after it has been destroyed.
Not yet.
We're still here.
Well,
There's a lot of people still here.
we aim to put the world right again.
The battle was lost, but the war is not over.
Arsinoe, make me a persuasion check with advantage, given the comments of your
You're really good
compatriots
at
as
that,
well.
guys. I'm really good at that.
I'll be right back, guys.
Cool.
Hey, you're better than I am.
No, I'm not.
What'd you get?
7.
With advantage?
5 and a 6.
You did not get the inspiration. Sorry.
Nope.
She lightly smiles.
Can I use my inspiration for her? Because I've been speaking a fair amount as well.
I really don't think anything on a d6 is gonna help.
I will leave it up to you, Dustin. If you want to bequeath your inspiration to Arsinoe, that is your call.
I bequeath unto Sam my d6 inspiration.
I doth
Should she
bequeath.
accept it?
You're gonna need that signed and notarized to
Hereby
confirm.
and heretofore,
Wrong character.
forthwith, in perpetuity, for all time.
Alright, watch it be a waste. Yep.
What'd you get? Okay.
I've done all I can.
It's fine. It's an 8.
You see that she smiles lightly and looks up at all of you. It doesn't take much to see that she's essentially smiling to somebody who
Just
says that they're
being
going to jump
polite.
to the moon. I can't decide if you're brave or foolish.
It's funny, because
Doesn't
I don't think any
matter.
of us know that.
Well, To move against the Whispered One, it takes a bit of both.
For that, I wish you well, but I fear that the result will remain the same. Um,
And with that attitude, it is sure to. I extend a hand out to her. I assume she's sat down.
she'll take your hand and rise, with your help. My apologies for my rudeness. My name is Lilia. Um, I am, and as she sort of glances around, the last remaining priestess of the Siren, as it were.
I go around introducing all of us, starting with myself, Patrol Captain Renalphus Cosmer, and and just kind of go around in a circle, and just introduce everybody.
Well, it's wonderful to meet all of you. Again, I'm thankful for you to rouse me from the enchantment that she had placed.
What was her name again?
Lilia.
Thank you.
She then starts scanning through the debris at all the instruments. And she hops down off of the stage and fetches what looks to be a mostly intact lyre. She sort of inspects the strings and just blows the dust off of the wood. Okay, well, I suppose this will have to do.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. But we did find this, and she'll bring the harp up. While we were looking around, it seemed terrible to have it lost to time before we knew that there was anybody here. But this obviously would belong to you and your temple.
I'm very thankful you were able to find it. And she bows before taking the harp. Still just as pristine as we'd left it. And you see, for first time, she has this little glint of happiness about her, and she plays a couple notes, and unlike the performance that you all had so wonderfully given, Malice, you hear.
It's like that's what it's supposed to sound
Yeah,
like.
yeah. You're like, oh, it's supposed to sound like that.
Oh shit! I think I was.
We
guys,
didn't
I
sing
think
it
I,
like that at all.
Oh, guys, I think I was playing it backwards.
Oh, I used to do that too when I was first learning.
Wait, you go left to right? Nobody said that.
Well, it
Oh, shit.
doesn't
You
really
know what?
come with instructions.
I thought you just knocked on the wood real hard.
I'm assuming you're not the musical type. She's just
Oh,
glancing
you're
at Boykin.
assuming, huh? Well, you're assuming right.
Well, thank you for this. This is one of our temple's prized possessions. I suppose you wouldn't know of the nearest town or village that is still intact, so that I may find, I suppose, the start of a new life.
Well, you know, some of your people might still be out there.
Maybe. I suppose that I can go in search of them, given your rescue that you've come to me with, and I do thank you once again. Maybe that is something I could do.
If you need to take any, time, you can always go up to Falcon Haven. Just mention that you know me, and do I have something on my person that I could give to her that she could then present, so they know, so she's not just like, oh, Boykin sent me. It's like,
You do have your nobleman's ring. But beyond that, I'd say you'd have to kind of dig through your own inventory, maybe in your gear. Maybe there's something else, but I know that those with a noble background typically do have a signet ring that comes with it.
Do we have any wax kits at all?
That I leave to you guys in your
Ooh.
adventure packs and whatnot.
Give
I
me
do
one
not.
second.
What's in a calligraphy or calligrapher's supplies? I've never actually looked at what's inside there before.
Steve suggests
same.
giving her the chamber pot.
We need that.
Just
We
make
need
sure
that
we
chamber
need
pot,
that.
Steves.
It stays. We need
Just make sure you don't give her pee pee poo poo in case you run into any trouble.
I can never take my hands off pee pee poo poo.
Oh my god.
Oh, this poor woman.
You did that
Oh,
to yourself.
I
Yeah, you're
know.
not allowed
Oh,
to
yeah.
throw.
No.
Mhm.
This is not a oh god. This is a oh god, thank you. It's never not funny.
It's true.
I have a disguise kit too. If there's not wax in the calligrapher's kit.
It doesn't actually tell you what's inside there.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It literally says these special tools include the items needed to pursue a craft or trade. So maybe.
I feel like that would.
Percentile
you know
die?
what? I will say high
There's
or
gotta be
low.
at least ink in there.
This will be a high or low.
Ink
Hi.
and parchment. I would say that there
Hi.
would be
Yeah.
because you would need a wax seal to like seal a letter.
That is 98 that I just rolled. So you do have a
Okay.
couple sticks of wax.
To be fair, Chio at home is like a court scribe, so it would not be uncommon for her to be writing messages, sealing them as being officially from the court, and sending them to other clans.
Do we have? Well, if we have calligrapher thing, we would have paper. So I'll write something. Hey, what's up, fam?
Did you just do this?
Yes, peace
Thanks, I
sign,
hate it.
baby. What's
Deuces.
going on? Yeah, and things like that. My brothers.
And
Boy,
things
can
like
pee
that.
pee poo poo out.
Yeah.
Oh, God, please.
Hashtag pee pee poo poo.
Jesus.
So I'll write something to that effect of like, hey, please, admit one priestess of
One
the siren.
adult ticket to the movie theater, please.
Yes.
Sincerely,
and I'll
totally
do
her mom.
I'll do my nobleman signet into the wax and like
Okay.
seal the actual letter.
I like that.
Go ahead and take this and find I was gonna say bro track, he's an idiot. Go ahead and
Awful
go and
taste in
find
women.
Horderlim, and if you can't find Horderlim, he's Horderlim is my older brother. He's one of the blacksmiths there. If you find him, he should be able to help. Okay, or if you can't find him, look for Brotrack. He's not the smartest, but he's fine. And if for some reason you can't find them, just show one of the guards, and they should at least get you to the right place. My father is Delasoth as well.
Hammer throw. That does sound a little familiar.
Yes.
She bows, maybe a little sassily.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
I apologize. I was not aware I was in royalty presence.
Do we really have like that? Like, does everybody just hate us?
Oh,
Like, is that what's happening here?
hate is such a strong word. There were many a bard's tale that was told about the hammer throws, though, and being a bard myself, kind of go with where the gossip leads you.
Word gets around.
What did your family do all of these years?
Yeah, Boykin is nice though.
Well,
he's
judging-
giving you an entrance ticket, and
This is
That's
true.
he's helping save the realm. So you should probably give him another chance.
I understand that my dad is a dick, okay? I already said it to him to his face, and it's fine. It's fine. We're working on it as the Hammer Throw family. We're gonna be going to family therapy. It's fine.
Well, Boykin, thank you.
You're very welcome.
She starts almost like gathering herself You see she starts like kind of moving away some of the rubble to see if any of her other stuff survived. Just curious, where are all of you headed?
South.
South. I guess
Out of the
next
frying
town.
pan into the fire.
Yeah, actually pretty apt. It's then are we going through Iagarth on our way south?
Oh, Iagarth is still standing. Okay.
Is it still standing? Shit, I don't know.
We don't know. We'll find out when we get there.
Yeah, I mean was that our intent though? Was like above table was to actually pass through there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that was our original intent before we got lured further into the fucking forest.
Yeah,
You guys went
yeah.
into the forest yourselves. You guys made that decision.
You said it was
Yeah,
really
but now
pretty.
we're at the south end of the forest.
Yeah, no,
already.
we saved time. We actually cut off
Oh yeah.
time
so
because we ended up on the other
Iagarth
side.
would Iagarth be backtracking at this point?
Mm-mm.
No,
It would be much closer now than it was
Now
before.
it's much closer.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yes, above table. I believe that's still
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. That I vaguely recall
That was the
from-
goal.
We're going through
Yeah.
Iagarth.
That was the goal.
As far as we know,
Well,
Iagarth...
if that's the case, I'm just gonna straight up offer that if we're already headed to Iagarth, I'm gonna offer the priestess to join us. Safety in numbers.
Join us. For sure.
Based on what we've already had to get through in this forest alone, one person is not going to survive the trek on their own.
Tell you what. And she actually hands the well-written letter back to Boykin. I think Boykin did a good job convincing me that maybe seeing how things go could make for a good story. So, yes, if you are okay with you having a traveling bard with you, then I accept your offer.
As she's handing it back, I push it back. If something goes awry and you need to get out and you need a safe haven, keep that with you. Or if something happens to me and you need to help the others here get back, use that as well.
Yeah, I make no promises to your safety.
100%.
What sort of
Literally
traveling
no
would this be
promises.
if there's no danger on the road, right? And she sort of tucks the letter into her very formal siren robes. Hopefully there's still an equipment vendor in Iagarth. All right. Well, as I stated before, I am a bard. I don't do too well with the in your face, you know.
That's what actually was going to be my next question. If you had any combat training.
Not quite. I can, I do know many a tale. You know, I could perhaps through story and through song lift your spirits in your travels a little bit.
Excellent. You'll learn.
Okay.
We'll teach ya.
Sounds like a plan. And she just sort of looks to Orson away with this face.
You'll find out just what the world's like out there.
But
we'll get you to a safe
running
spot.
like training sessions in the mornings, 9 a.m., 7 a.m. probably. Everybody's got to get up. Run a
And who
mile.
knows, if things go well, maybe I'll let you use poo poo pee pee or pee pee poo poo. And I pull out the axe.
I'm sorry, you said that Brotrack was the dumbass?
Yeah.
Good memory. Yes, he is.
Got it. And she just like, you see this little like charming smile as she like mentally marks that down for reasons. But she says, well, I wouldn't want to get in the way of pee pee poo poo. Shall we?
You don't have to say it. You don't.
Thank you.
You don't have
You
to.
don't.
Thank you.
It's
very
fatal
much.
if you get in the way of poo poo pee pee or pee pee poo poo.
It'll be a
I
splash.
almost
Let's go!
don't need to write the jokes. They write themselves. Let's go!
Are we resting here?
Let's go rest.
I mean,
We have the Guardian for another probably 6 hours at least.
we can.
Because it's nighttime now, right? I'm trying to
Mhm.
remember.
I think
Yes.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We might as well wait till at
Turn off
least.
this,
Well,
how you
I was gonna
feeling?
say sunrise, but that's really just not a thing most days. So
If it's already
Daylight.
dark or close to it,
It's
I'll
raining
just
still.
suggest that we just camp here until the morning.
yeah,
So
In the
perhaps we move to a different
Yeah.
chamber.
front chamber.
I think we cleared a space out in the front.
Mm-hmm.
We can settle in there and
Well,
drink
that
the rest of that
sounds.
wine.
Some of the wine survived.
Some of the wine survived.
Ugh.
I think it went
3
bad,
bottles,
though.
2 reds and a white, I believe.
The white, absolutely, is divine. Well, technically, all 3 of them are. She made them herself. I suppose the best way I could say it is that if you're open to her blessing, and she's saying this as you guys are moving back out to that front room, then it might taste a little bit better. That's always how she phrased it to us, weirdly enough.
Oddly ironic, but okay.
I kind of raise an eyebrow at that.
Y'all, yeah. Wait, are you asking if we want a blessing?
No, I mean the wine that you guys. I assume you guys did drink from.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Me too.
it's sort of opening yourself to revelry and the opportunity to relax and enjoy yourself. That's sort of how she always phrased it into how her magics tend to work. So,
Oh, that
That
tracks
makes
now.
more sense.
Yeah, I get it
Probably
now.
only the 3rd time I've ever drank alcohol in my life. I suppose
oh really?
it clouds the mind and one's focus.
I mean, yeah, but then you can relax and enjoy yourself. I'm guessing that's not your bag.
Well, I'm generally on call for our noble elders in our clan at any point in time, so it is best that I be on high alert.
You see, she just mimics writing something down. No, I just have a new goal in life, and that's to get you drunk. But side note, we're totally off base here. You guys actually look a little beat up. Did you guys encounter any monsters on your way in?
Lots of
I look
legs.
like deadpan, like straight into her eyes. Yes.
We're
Yes,
we're all
we
just
did.
Right. She then
Female,
starts
lots of legs.
playing Song of Rest to assist you all with any healing you wish to do over the next rest. Obviously, with it now, just to clarify, you guys are planning on staying the night into the day. Okay.
I'm looking for a long rest.
Okay.
All right.
She will continue to play some light music, nothing intrusive or out of place, just enough to offer some additional relaxation for you all.
I'm pretty sure this is Flit's first time drinking ever, because like she doesn't. So did she get a little tippled?
Do the
Do you remember what you got on your Constitution saving throw?
16.
I'm gonna say, Flit's not like full drunk, but she's feeling a little teeny bit of a buzz.
Got a little rosy cheeks.
Yeah.
All right.
Feel a little
Here's
warm.
the other question. We're all drinking. Are you trying to keep up with Boykin and Renalphus?
Oh God,
She's
she's so
probably,
tiny.
like-
She's drinking like full
If you guys like
size.
keep passing it to her, she probably keeps like taking little sips, so she's like slowly ingesting more and more. Like, I don't want to be rude. They keep giving it to me.
Oh my god.
All right, well, that probably doesn't happen.
That's how you get the freshman drunk at a
Yep.
party.
I was just thinking that. Yeah, I will say over the course of the rest of the evening, you guys continue your light drinking. Flit, I'll say by the end of the night, you start really feeling it. Mostly
Oh,
if you
sweetie.
keep getting offers from Boykin and Renalphus, and similar to a freshman at a party. Don't want to be rude. Um, I will say, Flit, give me another Constitution saving throw.
No.
I'm gonna say with disadvantage.
9.
There you go.
Yep.
The night passes, and you all are pleased to hear that the sound of rain is no longer audible. You kind of glance through the opening and can see the overcast sky. Given that you're still somewhat in the region of the Dwarven Kingdom, and by association that mountain range, you could swear you saw a teeny little bit of sunlight poking through from time to time. But unfortunately, it doesn't linger for too long. Question for Boykin and Renalphus. Do you guys continue drinking?
Probably.
Okay. Is anybody Malice or Sinaway?
She doesn't touch it. It tasted nasty.
That's
Everyone
right,
else is
too.
nuts.
At least until, actually, I guess, how long is it pre-dawn? How much time? Are we evening, or are we like, we're gonna be here for like more than, I don't know, 6 hours?
I kind of leave that up to you guys. If you guys are waiting for dawn, then by all means, I leave that up to you on your travel schedule.
I
Mostly I'm
just
trying
need a
to
long
figure out if
rest,
she's
yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
mostly I'm trying to figure out if she's gonna be up for the 4 hours at like when dawn happens.
Got
Because
it.
she'll take last watch then. So she'll have to go sleep before that. So if it's sleepy time, then she's not drinking. If there's time before sleepy time, then she's definitely drinking.
I leave that to you guys. I will say at this point, as you're having this conversation, Flit is in the thick of it.
I'll just put a blanket over
She
her.
probably like
Water
skips over
next.
to Arsenaway at some point and she goes, Miss Beacon,
She
I
clicks.
think I know why it tasted gross to you. Because it's just really, really good, like grapes.
Are you
It's-
allergic to grapes?
Because you don't relax enough. I think that like maybe your mask is itchy and you can take it off and relax and then it will taste good like grapes.
Liliana actually, or excuse me, Liliana, definitely chimes in. She has also been drinking a little bit, but not as far gone as Flit, and she'll say, "Yeah, what is it with the mask? I'm kind of curious about that."
Yeah, I don't want to hear it from you. Enjoy the drink. We can discuss it when we're a little safer. But I'm fine.
Okay. And then she'll like kiss you on the cheek of the mask and just kind of like skip away and like if the music's still playing, she's just kind of like dancing, having a good time.
Lilia will 100% keep playing the music and see just the sight of Flit just having the time of her life. It just raises her spirits totally. So she's all about it.
Already know in a rainbow coat.
It's true. But I will say, I'll say, given the events of the previous day and how insane things have been, I'm gonna lean towards you guys are sleeping for a nice long sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that works.
So by the
Alright,
time you
sweet.
guys start, fully awakening, getting yourselves together, the sun, well, the clouds are out. The rain has stopped. You can hear some game in the distance. You hear some birds chirping. But Flit, you are going to take one level of exhaustion as you are hungover as fuck. And you're feeling the ever-present headache and nausea in the morning.
It's so
Lilia.
bright.
But the clouds are out as normal.
Oh, no, they're bright.
Lilia's like, They're a little bright. And she like instinctively reaches for something, and then she's like, "Oh, I don't have any of my shit." Okay, well, I would offer you a cure, but I don't have anything.
You should
Why
drink
does my
some
mouth
water.
feel like I have sand in
I'm just gonna hand her a water skin.
it? Really?
I'll offer mine to
Great
Lilia.
shit, yeah.
Thank you. It's been apparently 11 years, and she just starts drinking out of the water skin. But the guardian was not disturbed. Weirdly enough, you kind of take in the scene outside. While there is still some bits of spider around, it almost, you feel a little bit safer knowing that that monster had been slain. There is, unfortunately, some fresh mud on the ground, so get ready for sloppy travel, but the road is open to you. For the sake of time, I'll say you guys gather your things. Coco eagerly awaits as you begin your travel once again. I believe you guys did bring those robotic horses, yes? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Lilia will elect to walk instead, stating that she's got to flex her travel muscles. Apparently, it's going to be a long journey, so better start from the ground up. And you all continue your travel. You guys, let me go ahead and pull up the thingy so I can see. No! Stupid. Ugh. Having multiple monitors is great until it does that, like, snap thing where it automatically
And
wants to snap. Ugh.
Yeah.
sucks everything else away.
Yeah. All right, there. We're going to come over here. World map. I'm going to do this one. So this, I'm just going to open the map just for my brain, just so I can also show our viewers what the world's like. You can disable that. I will definitely have to look into that because this is driving me crazy. All right. So, I'm going to move that over. For those in chat, and for those who do go into Foundry, should you wish, the party ventures out of the forest right here, right on that southern edge, and finds an open road. I'll say that, again, sake of time, everybody make me a survival check.
16.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
You said
19.
survival.
Yes. What's Sam? You good over there?
11.
Okay.
22.
Okay. 1. Okay.
You're distracted.
Yeah. I will say that
Chatty.
Flit is very much feeling all of the sensations as she's dealing with her hangover. But you guys, after walking out of the forest and seeing this path before you, able to get your bearings and see that it is just a short travel eastward to get to Iagarth. After a little bit of travel time, you can see that the vegetation around you is starting to kind of return. There's still many trees that lay dead, unfortunately, through just the presence of the Whispered One in this world. There's also the presence of a cat's tail immediately in Brian's face.
His eye.
Carbuncle?
She was
Yeah,
off
Carbuncle?
the keyboard.
I was
I
like
was-
not looking at Brian's screen, and I was like, "What kind of plants are those?" Like that's specific.
She was just cleaning out my eyeball with her tail.
Aw.
Really,
So sweet.
It's really great. Yeah. Oh, Switch is sweet. Hi.
Who got the highest survival?
Dustin.
22.
22.
I think that was
Yeah.
the highest.
I will, as you're traveling through, you do find some herbs that you find that you can possibly make some use out of. You find 2 bits of ember root. Um, you, this is a question that I would actually pose to Renulphus. Would Renulphus get into potion making or anything like that, or not so much? Okay,
No.
you know that
Small
some.
game hunting, for
That's
sure.
fair.
I do have proficiency.
You do? Okay. I'll say between the two of you, you know that ember root, if ground and mixed with some boiling water, you could craft a potion of fire resistance. Um, and I'll say with your 2, I said 2? Yeah. 2 bits of fire root and enough time and the right equipment, you could brew up a potion just like that, should you wish. It's yours to do with what you like, but as you're traveling through and getting your bearings, you do find a few small pieces of that. As you all continue your travel, I'm actually going to leave the map up because I actually kind of like having that up anyway. You can see Iagarth in the distance. Iagarth is sort of a very, well, I don't want to say small, but a larger village that is placed on a very small plateau. That looks like it was sort of broken into a couple different pieces. So there's buildings almost at different levels, sort of creating this odd sort of scene before you. You can see mostly dwarven design in some of these buildings. Some of these other ones look a little slapdash. It's very clear that some of these buildings had been either damaged or broken apart and had to be repaired rather swiftly. So you're seeing a little bit of wear and tear. You can hear the distant sounds of just general hubbub of a settlement of some kind. My goodness, the little cat face in the corner is adorable. Steve's.
I tried to move it, and then
And then
she
she
like
just
moved
moved
her
her
head away.
face.
I'm like, okay.
She's so cute. You can spot 1 or 2 wagons departing and heading along the road in your direction. Looks like they have only 1 driver, but in the wagon beds you can see several different crates of supplies. You see several barrels of what look like ale, just a couple different sort of supply wagons start to pass by. But as they do, you see the drivers just sort of regard you lightly. No big jovial wave by any means, but they just sort of make it known that they can see you and just ride on past you. You continue your advance towards Iagarth and find yourself sort of climbing up this strange path up to the top of this central plateau where it looks like the majority of the buildings and supply huts and whatnot lay. What would you guys like to do while in Iagarth? You can see a couple other people sort of meandering, casting glances of curiosity in your direction.
Tell them to mind their own fucking business. Uh,
Hey,
I give him the finger. I'm
Jesus.
just kidding.
Oh,
no.
that's maybe just not immediately from the outset.
I say all of that with just my eyes.
From here, when we leave this place, is this the last real town?
I think this
we're
is going to
see?
be like the last town. Because from
So-
here, we're going to hit the.
Lake River thing.
Lake
Yeah,
River.
the Lake River.
Yep.
I mean, we might want to see if anyone here knows if the river's,
Safe to traverse.
safe to traverse and how it's flowing. I mean, is it actually there?
Mm-hmm.
Just to get a sense of how far we might need to travel. If it's been a heavy rain year, maybe we don't have to go that far. But I mean, they would know better than us. I'm just thinking if this is it, before we start heading south and eventually out to the sea, then anything we need, we ought to try and trade for, maybe.
Mhm.
If it helps at all, I can probably play at the tavern. Maybe raise a couple coins if we need it. I mean,
I
I have a
think
lot
that
of.
any coin you make, you should keep for yourself and the new life you'll need to live.
Those are magic words to a bard. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think coin's gonna do us much good where we're going.
You see that she gets bolstered a little bit by a little bit of the banter, between everybody. She's starting to feel, you know, more confident in communicating with you. But then, as she's standing in town and from this sort of higher place of elevation on this plateau,
I will be back in just a moment.
cool. You guys have this vantage point to look out into the distance,
Mm.
and you can see the sea of Terrafan in the distance, and all of her jovial attitude sinks, and she just walks towards the edge of that plateau to take in everything.
Follow.
And she just sort of stares. Well, wasn't expecting to see that. Sorry. I will, I'll join up with you guys in a little bit if you don't mind. I just kind of need to, take this in.
You okay?
Boykin, did you ever venture out from the capital much?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we would go on all sorts of hunting parties and we would, yeah, I mean, yes. Long story short,
Well, there, and she points at the large body of water, that used to be my home. It was, well, it wasn't the nicest place in its heyday. Unfortunately, our people were involved with some dark dealings that we do not look fondly on. And she half glances at Flit's coat before continuing.
do we notice the glance?
What's your passive perception?
15.
Let's go with a 15. You catch it. After that, and after our people were awoken to all of the terrible harm we caused, we gathered new leadership. We made it a point to help those around us as opposed to harming. We had a lot of ground to make up for. We became the Terrafan Empire. Or rather, I suppose if you could call it an empire. We were struggling, but we were making it work. I really hoped that they would still be around. Boykin, I'll say for everybody else, Chio, not so much. Chio, I will actually ask for a history check from you.
This seems really like it's getting to her. I'm not 100% sure why with my 3, but it's getting the heartstrings, you know.
Well, everybody else of this continent recalls the first strike that Vecna had made against the peoples of this land, and that was removing the Terrafan Empire by opening up the dams and basically flooding it in its entirety. It was then followed by what took out the capital of the Dwarven Kingdom. It is what swallowed up many lands of Théoden to the east, what cut off several lands of Delita. Basically, the Whispered One's first acts were to scar the world, to make sure that as many as they could, souls would be lost.
I kind of glance over at where she pointed out where her home was, and I just kind of say, I'm assuming.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
I'm assuming that must be one of the scars then, yes?
Yeah. Looks like it at least.
And, I guess I'll kind of say, like, and I kind of glance at the code as well and be like, you know, I understand what it's like to try to shed some negative things about your past and make sure that it's not going to define you. And, you know, the biggest thing is that you have to be true to yourself. And that's how you're going to be able to change it.
You know, I may have implied that you were a dumbass before, and I'm sort of second-guessing that now.
Brotrack is the idiot. He almost banged a spider lady.
Oh, man.
What you did. Long story. It'll
sure
be it for
is.
another time.
Yeah, I would love to hear that one.
It would make for a good... honestly, it would make for a good song. If you could really make a song about Brotrack and his stupidity, I would physically pay you.
You would physically
Once-
pay me.
Yes, with money.
Oh, got it. Understood. And she almost
Gonna
feigns
show her what
disappointment.
rock and stone really means.
Oh my god.
She smirks a little bit and just says, "Thanks, Boykin."
I just kind of
Anyway,
give
I'm
up.
sorry.
Take some time for yourself. Take some time for yourself.
Okay. I'll be here eventually. Maybe find a merchant who has some sort of armor or traveling clothes or something.
Do we have some?
I think I might have extra leather armor. Actually, I don't know if I've ever officially dropped that.
If you got, excuse me.
Oh, so boring.
So bang.
So boring.
If you have that in your inventory, yeah, I mean that'll work.
Yeah, I'll give her the armor. Like, I don't know what you could do with this. Maybe get it refitted to yourself, but
Oh,
I'm not gonna need it.
you know what? Yeah, I think I could probably see the tailor or something. Thanks. What do you guys do while you are in Iagarth?
Is the city set up to the point that they would have a jeweler or some sort of like? I mean, I know we're in the middle of like a devastating war.
Make me.
So obviously,
This is like,
Like,
you know, we're
luxury items
post-apocalypse,
probably not
but
great.
Make
you
me.
know, I tried to steal us a bunch of jewels once, and you wouldn't let me.
I want diamonds and
And rude.
rude.
yeah, but we
Make
have
me-
a god in our bag from that, so like,
You win some, you lose some. Go ahead
The
and make
title of
me
your next
a.
memoir. I've got a god in my bag.
I've got a
Got a
gun
in my pocket.
I got it in my
Marking that
pocket.
down as a shirt idea. Pardon me for a moment.
One god in my
Right back.
pocket.
I'll say, Arsenoi, go ahead and make me a perception check as I search for the. There it is.
Which one is gonna screw with me today? Net 20!
There you fucking go. You see,
Pale.
it is a
So whippy.
small
Whippy.
sheet of. Hold on, I'm gonna mark this down. Pocket. Cool. You see a small, beat-up building that looked like at one point it was starting to undergo some renovation. You could see some faded purple paint, and what looked to have been the start of a sign that says "Gill." Glancing in one of the windows, you can see a spindly-looking gnome, and he's surrounded by a smattering of items with no organization whatsoever. This gnome has some sunken cheeks a little bit. He's got the balding hairstyle, but like he very clearly doesn't give a shit about the hair that's left, so it just sort of flays out like a messed up SOS pad. He's got heavy set wrinkles, but his eyes have this like sort of unknown excitement to them, even if he is sitting inside his shop with nobody inside. He is currently seated at the counter, and he is you can see him prying apart pieces of rock and finding jewels hidden within. So he kind of lifts one up and sort of smiles excitedly, and as he smiles you see maybe half of his teeth. What do you do?
Excuse me.
Eh?
Oh, God. I
Why are you wearing the mask?
have you seen out there?
Yeah, I see it every day. I don't see anybody wearing too many masks, though.
Well, now you've seen another one. Would you happen to have any jewels, diamonds specifically?
Whoa. Yeah. And he glances at what's in front of him, and you see he's got like what are they called? I don't know. It's the you break open the rock and there's crystals inside. I don't know what
The
they're called.
geode.
Geode?
Yes. He's got a big geode in front of him. That's not gonna work. Hold on, and he hops off of the stool and opens up a big leather trunk and just sort of flings the lid so it collides with the wall and just like hit and like dives in. You see his teeny little legs like kicking as he's digging through. You see daggers. You see a helmet. You see like all manner of things like fly out of the cart before he comes back. Ha! I found it. And he turns and he climbs back up onto the stool. I've got 2 full diamonds right here, and you see that they're diamonds. They're not the best cut, but they're there.
I mean, they don't need to be cut, honestly. How versatile are you in magic?
I'm the best magician this town has ever seen.
Insight check.
Make me that insight check.
I'm gonna believe him. I can feel it. No. 21.
You mentioned magic, and there's that little twitch of like, I don't want to lose this sale. As he's saying, yeah, totally, absolutely.
How much for both of them?
Wearing a mask. Can't quite tell what sort of shifty character you are. Give me a moment. I must appraise with my fine eye. And he just sort of holds them close. He grabs a pair of goggles and, like, flips the lenses so his eyes look huge. I was just curious. Let's just see. These will cost you 5,000 gold
Oh my god.
each.
It was the face.
There's the face.
The goggles are still on, so his eyes just are huge.
Unfortunately, that's a little far out of my price range, but
What do you
I
expect
guess
from
you'll be able
somebody
to use-
wandering around with a mask?
I guess that's just my detriment, isn't it?
Looks like it, you young whippersnapper.
Unfortunately, I'm sure that will get you far more food than gold around here. Since it's been sitting at the bottom of a chest for however long.
Make a persuasion check. I'll say with advantage, because you're calling him out on his organization skills, and he's particularly sensitive to that.
Okay. Miss Jackson.
All right, 1,000 gold for the two of them.
400 for one of them.
Oh. $450 for one of them.
$450 for one of them and a divination set. Cards, bones, dice.
He looks at the mess that he just like threw out of the trunk and like counts like 3 of the things right there.
Legitimate divination. Not just a card game.
452 gold.
For a divination kit.
Yes,
Of
of
any
course.
kind.
I'll make sure it's legitimate. I'm the best at verifying the divination materials.
Deal.
Deal. He slides one diamond across. He whisks the second one. And then proceeds to, again, sift through the random shit. But eventually does produce a legitimate divination pack. All right, there's that. I do have some teeth bones, if that will help.
Just laying around?
No, they're kept in a very secure spot. Only the best diviners may make use of them. It may cost extra, though.
You've tapped me out, unfortunately. But thank you.
They're said to be enchanted
With?
with magic.
Are we
I
with
assume-
her?
I'll say you guys are all together for this.
Magic and
And
disease.
wonder. They say they belonged to. What was the term?
Who's they?
Plains. You see, like,
Well-
frustratingly, like,
Since you're such a great magician, can you tell us what school of magic they're enchanted with? That'd be really helpful in knowing how to properly use them.
that. They are of necromancy.
Oh, that doesn't sound like a...
Plains
Something-
Breaker. That's what it was. They're the teeth of the plane. Hold on. And he runs and scurries into the back and comes back with a small chest. and opens the lid, and you do see
Uh-huh.
6 or 7 teeth that I'm gonna say Arsinoe and Malice, given that your connection is to the divine, feel something pulse from this little chest.
Can I like roll Arcana to see if I
Can I
like,
divine
what type
sense
of-
and see if there's
yeah.
just any weird shit?
Go ahead.
Just because, why the fuck not?
How did you
Not great. 12.
get these?
Oh, these are interesting.
Well, turns out there was a merchant who, professional archaeologist, who was said to have found them deep in the sea of Terrafan.
And did this person tell you anything else about them?
Only that they were very difficult to find and quite dangerous to leave with. You see, they say that there's something in the water of the sea. A monster of some kind. Impossibly large. Very
Can
dangerous.
I
That sounds wonderful. I'm glad we're sailing into the sea.
Is with what ship?
Oh, it's not here yet.
Flit, you were gonna say something.
I was gonna say, Flit, well, you should probably get those off your hands then. I mean, I would think that something so dangerous you would want to get rid of as soon as possible.
That is, yes, but as a reputable shopkeep myself, kind of need to turn a profit.
Right, but they seem so dangerous, and I don't want to I want to cast Dissonant Whispers to scare him, but I don't want to hurt him. Like, I kind of want to go off in the background, like.
Ooh. I will. Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna say, make me a.
Cause like it's a save, but I don't want him to take damage. Like that's
Right.
not my intent.
I'm gonna say, make me a wisdom check.
Okay. 16.
16. Okay. I'm gonna say that that's enough to minimize the effect of the spell to just cause fear. What is your save DC?
It is a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Well, that's a 6. Carry the 1. That's a 5 total. His eyes kind of widen as you just sort of cause that little bit of an enchantment, and he slides the chest over to you. All right, fine. Maybe they are dangerous. I don't know. Just take them away. They're kind of freaking me out anyway.
Well, surely us doing such a favor for you to take them off your hands would, create some goodwill. So maybe we could get, a bit of an extra discount on the other diamond just to keep you safe and also get what we need.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage, given that you are hustling this man.
This poor charlatan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
He's just trying to make a living.
He just grabs the other diamond, puts it on the counter, and pushes it towards you. I don't care. Take it.
Thank you. Also, that was a spell. Do I have to roll a wild magic
Yep.
check? Okay.
Oh my god, is the unicorn's gonna show up?
There's our
The
ride.
unicorn is gonna start refusing.
Yeah.
The unicorn's gonna be like, okay,
Just,
if you
like,
do this
start
one more
charging.
fucking time.
I'm
gonna charge you by the
I'm back
hour.
at 1 though, so
Thank you very much, potted plant.
I rolled a
Yeah.
2. So
Ooh.
Oh my god.
very close.
Ooh.
You can feel it coming.
Yeah. It, like
All of a
bubbles
sudden you guys
in
see
your
Flint
stomach.
like
Start looking real nervous.
It's like after you eat
Like
something that
she's,
was not good
gotta
for you.
poo.
Yeah. You feel your
Oh
stomach
my
like.
Or like right after Chipotle.
And
You're
she
like,
realizes
"Hmm."
that that's actually her hangover, not the
Um,
magic.
Arsinoe,
Uh-huh.
make me a history check.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. I'm pretty sure we're on the same page on this.
What
I was
do
gonna ask you
what
about it.
do I sense from these teeth?
You sense
Aside from creepy.
something between fiend and undead.
Okay.
Flit will like take the diamond and the box before he can like go back on the deal.
12.
12's enough. Planesbreaker was a title given to only one, and that was the Mad Jester.
Yeah, that's I knew I was gonna ask you because I know we've
I knew
talked
that
about
sounds
it.
fucking familiar.
I just couldn't find it in my notes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That yeah.
Well, we're happy to help you stay safe and take these off your hands. So thank you very much, sir.
Oh, anytime! Pleasure doing business. Actually, Flit, as you take the case of teeth, make me a charisma saving throw.
Oh, got proficiency in that.
You probably get a +4 from me too.
+4, so that's
It's a small. I can't imagine the shop is that large.
24.
We're probably crammed together.
15 plus 9.
As you take the teeth, I don't want to draw too much comparison to this as much, but there's just this moment where you feel your personality shift for just a moment before you kind of shake it off. The moment you came in contact with the case that held the teeth. But you shake it off, and there's no ill effect.
Probably just thinks it's like her headache doing an extra thump.
Entirely possible.
Oh.
It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Well, wonderful to meet you all. Please leave now.
Thank you for your time.
Uh,
Just kind of usher the whole crowd.
On the way out, Flit will hand the diamond, the second diamond, to Arsinoe.
there you
Thank
go.
you.
You're welcome.
I think we're gonna need as many of these as possible.
I'm sure that it will be helpful when we're fighting things. Not sure what to do with these though. I felt a little weird when I picked up the box.
Maybe we put those away for now.
Yes. Maybe in the bag
Yeah.
of holding?
I think maybe until we can spend a little more time not in a city.
And have a
You could
discussion
ask
about
your
them.
and you could ask your
I could
Your
ask
friend.
Mr. Kefka
I-
if he knows who the Planesbreaker is.
Let's discuss that when we leave.
Mr.
Don't
Renalvis,
Him
can we
yet.
please put this in the bag of holding? You do- I
Yeah.
thought he had the bag of holding.
I do have
does.
the bag of
Okay.
I think technically Coco has the bag of holding.
that is correct.
Oh,
Coco
Flit
has
stays
the
away
bag
from
of-
Coco
Coco
because she's
just-
positive that thing wants to eat her.
She
Coco
does.
just assumes the
does.
positioncy of ease of access to the bag of holding.
Yes.
You don't say that phrase again, sir.
She'll put it in.
Just saying.
This big dinosaur.
Just confirming, what are you handing to Renalphus to put in the bag?
The box OT.
Renalphus,
Mhm.
as you come into contact with the box, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
I'm watching
Oh.
it so careful. Like I am watching this.
Flit
No
did
way.
tell you
They
that she
belong
felt
here.
weird when she picked up the box.
I'm watching it.
You do tell him that you feel.
Yeah, she said the whole.
Kuja, what kind of check was it to know who the Planesbreaker was? Was it history?
I'll say it's history, yeah. Go ahead and roll your history check. Normally, I would say we're going to push past it, but this is fine.
No.
Okay.
I take the box.
Make me a charisma saving throw.
Yeah, I'm watching it so close.
Guidance that only works for checks, huh?
Mhm. Did you fail it?
So, I don't know if you know this, about Renolphusai.
Is that a
That's the-
hashtag? Is that a
Yeah, that's
hashtag?
one.
I don't know if you know this.
Yes.
Steve, add that
I
to the
love
list.
Oh
that.
my god, it has to. I don't know if you know this.
Know this.
I don't know if
But-
you know this about
T-shirt
Renolphuses or Renolphi.
I-
Okay.
But I rolled a 3
oh God.
Dear.
-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your alignment?
Oh, that's not good.
I thought you were like evil.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah, you are.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I'm lawful evil.
Yeah, that's what you told us in the beginning. Like,
Alignment
in the
lawful evil.
Conversations.
For the rest of the day,
hmm
your alignment shifts as you feel sort of chaotic.
Oh Jesus.
Fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
Your alignment shifts to chaotic evil.
Oh.
In addition, you gain advantage on charisma checks.
That won't help.
The Steve's in the chat. The hashtag we were looking for is I don't know if you know this, because that is a phrase that we love to give to creatures who are not good at a particular role.
Mhm.
That needs to be on the shirt list.
Yes.
I don't know if you know
You know
this.
But
Dot, dot, dot.
Mhm.
dot, dot, dot.
No, it's I don't know if you know this about blank.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
But
It's just gonna be so long.
yeah.
And then it's just a list of things we fought, and it's just
Yeah.
like I don't know if you know this about, and then it's
Yeah.
a list like
Lists
it's,
all of
you
them
know,
out. And then
lists
the back
all
of the
of them
shirt
out.
says, but dot 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 with a
dot.
picture of a natural one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome. It is written down.
I don't know if you know this about Jerry.
Oh, what the fuck happened to Jerry?
Jerry died, and that reference kind of died with him eventually.
Yeah. You just feel almost like this inner voice. Maybe something you haven't felt since you were a child. Before you had responsibility, before you found comfort in
Before I realized how
military
fed up
command.
I was with all these fucking people, like wheeling and dealing with this fucking chopkeep. We could have just killed him and taken everything and been on our way already.
That's when you realize that was not said in your head.
Perhaps
Excuse me?
in
That seems
an
a little
extreme take.
I keep walking.
Hey,
Don't
hey,
care.
buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey,
Zero
pal.
shits.
Hey, why don't we get a drink, huh? You seem a little stressed out, bud.
I think we should keep our stay here short.
I feel like that's for the best.
I would like to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. I think you can get surface level, but then I think if they have to make a save.
Yeah.
Okay. Renalphus,
Uh-huh.
give me some surface thoughts that are going through your head right now.
Surface level, after Boykin had just said, let's go get a drink, yeah, that sounds good. I need a drink. It very much becomes, I need this, I want this, I'm going to get this thing. And right now the subject of that is, I need a tavern, I want a drink, and that's what I'm going to get. And it's an almost, the tone there isn't so far off of what Renalphus's tone normally is, but Cujo, if I may, Rhodes, make an insight check.
24.
Needlessly malicious.
Before you make a make an intelligence check, Rhodes, because this is essentially quote unquote perception, but mental.
Oh, well, for perception, that'd be much better. 7.
I'd say that's enough, given that this only just recently happened.
You still
As
have
you're
your D6
intercepting
inspiration,
these
though.
thoughts,
No, that ended at a long rest.
Oh, I thought it was for 24 hours.
for the inspiration, it was only until the next long rest.
Gotcha.
You could swear, as you're intercepting these thoughts, there's a familiar little giggle that you can hear just beneath Renolphus's thoughts.
Hearing that, I will not probe any deeper, so that Renalphus won't know that I was fucking with his brain. But I will be keeping like a wary eye on him, and probably once we get to a point where, like, if he's charging full steam ahead, and there's a little bit of distance, that I'm probably going to tap like Malice and Arsinoe and say, whatever he touched is affecting his mind and his thought patterns and thus decision making. We should be wary.
That thing felt odd. And not in the
That thing belongs to someone we know.
Go ahead, Boykin.
Do I overhear all this?
I'm going to say that you and Renolphus have sort of split
Are we
to
kind
go and
of
find
gone?
the tavern at this point.
Okay, cool. I'm looking for this thing. Renalphus, you see anything? See any taverns? Pubs even? A bar?
Both of you guys make me a perception check.
Bar grill?
What day of the week is it?
CC's
That'll
pizza.
that'll determine what taverns are open and available and on brand.
You say perception?
Yeah.
You see a tavern with a picture of a sheep,
Yeah.
and the sign
Natural
says
one.
the mutton chop.
Natural 1, okay.
Yes. So 6 total.
13.
Okay. With that combination, you do come across a small dive called the Beaver.
That's dirty.
It is very rundown. Inside, you can hear some muddled conversation combined with the sound of some tankards clinking. The smell sort of wafting from inside is one of smoke. It's clear that people are smoking pipe somewhere in here. Stepping inside, the bar is badly taken care of. The bartender is serving up some thing called ale, but you know it's not the same. It's kind of thick and syrupy, but it's a bar.
Man, this place looks like shit. You want to go drink here?
I don't say anything, I just walk in.
Okay.
All right. I'll take that as a let's get bombed.
You guys step in, and there is a old human bartender, patchy beard, sunken eyes, clearly affected by the last 10 years. Says, "What can I get you?"
A mug of your best.
Done.
Now.
Make it 2.
It's 2 silver. He turns and pulls the same syrupy ale and slides it
Flowing
across
so
to you two.
slow.
You can see the glasses are dirty. Very clearly not very good hygiene or cleanliness, but he slides them down, and you could swear at the bottom is this these little flakes of something.
Oh my god.
Ew.
Well, hey, here's to ya. I go to cheers Rodolphus. Does Rodolphus cheers back?
I down like half the mug. And I rolled a Constitution check totaling 11. Is this any good?
No.
Okay.
No. It does not even remotely taste like ale.
Okay.
So I'm
Does
guessing
the
you
bartender
don't
walk
cheers?
away?
Yeah.
No cheers. He just downs it.
I'm like,
He
okay,
he
and I
walks
also
away.
I also drink.
Yeah, the bartender steps away.
Okay. I am going to get up with my glass and I am going to, with a free hand, I am going to grab the bartender by his hair, if he has any,
Yeah.
collar of his shirt.
Sure.
And I am going to, this is a human?
Yeah.
Okay, I lean down and get and I am going to slowly pour the rest of the mug over his head. And then I am going to tell him to bring me what I asked for, which was something good. And if I didn't have it in 30 seconds, he would wish that I gave him a quick and painless death.
Oh,
Make me an intimidation check with advantage. I will say the rest of the party catches up at this point, and sees the scene unfold before you all.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
I had a 25 for my Constitution saving throw, by the way.
You're fine. You've tasted rust water before. It's
Yeah.
disgusting, but it's
I'm
fine.
like, ugh.
All right,
Hey,
so something very hilarious happens. Natural 20. -1 because I have charisma's my dumb stat and I'm untrained in intimidation. So 19.
He very quickly starts profusely apologizing and quickly pulls some actual ale. You can see it's from a smaller barrel. It's sort of made clear to you that a lot of people don't give a shit how they get drunk. So typically the rust water that you were just drinking would be enough. But he pulls actual ale for you and just holds it up and just says, I'm sorry. Here, this is our
I
best ale.
do for him to like go and get it. I do release him.
I figured.
With a slight shove.
Okay.
Just
Within 10, 15 seconds, he returns with an actual tankard of ale.
okay. I spend like glaring daggers at this poor man. I sniff the ale a bit and take a sip. Is it any good?
It's pretty good.
I down the whole thing and just set the empty mug in front of him.
He picks up.
Never break eye contact.
He picks up on the cue. Takes it and turns to start pouring more.
Can I have some more of
And
this
then
rust water, please?
And then I sit back down.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing? As you're taking in what's happening?
I'm waiting
here?
for
Actually,
my.
go ahead.
I'm waiting for my rust water. So
If I could just get my rust water now, that'd be cool.
hey, buddy, you okay? I know this isn't good at all. and it tastes like you're chewing on a gold coin. But you all right? Seemed a little angry. You okay?
Uh, I I expect and deserve for others to do what I'm told.
All right.
I'll
Well, hey,
say-
here's to that. Cheer.
I'll say the rest of you guys definitely catch that little gem as you walk in after the two of them.
I'm gonna look at Arsinoe and be like, do you have anything that can deal with personality changes?
Or, well, it almost seems like there's something influencing him.
Or,
If it's a
Yeah.
curse, maybe.
How much of
try.
the
Joe,
good
do
ale
I
is there?
see or hear the rest of the group
I'm gonna-
looking at me and mumbling to each other from across the room, perhaps?
Sure, we have more tact than that.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I'm gonna say right now, Renulphus is gauging how that last little interaction went. Renulphus is, I wonder if he's kind of enjoying this. And in that vein, I'm thinking in that vein, he's so kind of exploratory with this sort of newfound freedom mentally that, and also given that the rest of the party aren't like 2 feet away, like, oh, I don't know about that guy. Like, they're being a little tactful. If you want, I'll say make a perception check.
Okay. Because he does still have like a soldier's background, head on a swivel.
Sure, totally.
Perception is it is a 12. If any of them are fae, fiends, or undead, it's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
I'm gonna say with a 12, you do not catch what is happening amongst their conversation.
Hey, bud, do you want to get real trashed? Because you deserve it.
You're damn right I do.
Fucking right. Let's do it.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe we should.
The worst type, man. Or the
Uh,
Oh God, we really no.
I assume that after I've been distracted by my compatriot, the barkeep has escaped, possibly left the building.
No, actually. He does still return with 1 rust water and 1 ale.
Okay.
And just says,
many-
drinks are on the house.
How many
I,
other patrons are in
I
this
down
place?
the whole thing immediately and slam the empty glass on the bar top.
I look at the barkeep and like, just keep them coming, buddy. And I slam mine as well.
I'm gonna need Constitution saving throws from the both of you. Malice, you spot 2 other patrons who are kind of glancing uneasily at the 2 who are drinking the bartender out of house and home.
16.
Okay, and is there only one exit in this place, or is there like a door that would head to a kitchen of some sort?
You do see a door behind the bar top that you can assume would go into the kitchen. Visibly, right now, it's just the front door
Just the
that
front.
you can spot.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Just in case we need to get people out of here.
How far away is Malice?
I mean, leave that to you guys.
Probably. I mean,
How big is the room?
Yeah, I was like, how big's the room?
The
If
room
we
is
would've
not
just been
large
kind of-
by any means. I was to say like 25 feet at most. So
Oh yeah, so easily within.
Okay.
I would. Are you wondering if you're getting a bonus?
Yeah, am I getting that +4 for being close to you?
I don't know. Are you my ally right now?
You've given me no reason to not be your ally.
that snaps. Shit.
My little DM brain is so happy right now. Ooh, okay.
I don't know, Tina. I just started drinking. Let's party.
Okay, I'm gonna say
Can I roll insight or something to see whether or
yes.
not at this moment I know that his demeanor is potentially in conflict with the rest of us?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
I kind of look over at this point. I'm assuming I noticed the group.
You have keyed in enough, yes.
Yeah, I kind of turn to him
Girls.
like maybe a second when Renolphus isn't necessarily looking. I kind of give him a glance and do another, you know.
I thought you were gonna like motion like behind Renolphus's back, like get the fuck out of here, guys! Save
Get the
yourself!
fuck out. It's over for me.
Shit's about to get real.
I leave you my land. Let go.
We
You
just
have
hand
that one
people
letter.
coins and we're like, just take it. You're gonna want to go over there. I'm gonna use my inspiration, so 19.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
With a 19,
yeah.
yeah, I'm going to say that it's pretty obvious. Also, given
I'm
the
being
information you've
affected.
received from Chio,
Mm.
it just it compounds this
Yeah.
realization that this thing, whatever it had as a,
This thing is not our ally.
it is
whatever
not your
this is.
ally, and it works fast.
Okay.
So does the barkeep
So that's a no
bring
on
another?
that +4
He is-
bonus.
That is a no.
Continuing
Okay.
to bring them.
Just let us know when we need to keep rolling Constitution saving throw.
I'm gonna
Don't worry, I
assume
got
it's-
Yeah. Pooja, that's a 17.
You guys
Oh
are
my God,
fine.
save.
You're definitely feeling a little buzzed the longer you go.
I've had
Woo!
like 3
Rust water.
mugs of whatever this good shit is in like 30 seconds.
I am just drinking this shit. I'm like, oh, this reminds me of this doesn't remind me of any good times actually. Another.
Oh,
All right.
I don't. Okay.
I'm going to say the bartender kind of glances to the rest of you with a little micro expression of help as he continues pulling
please.
drinks.
Oh
I,
god, don't be more of them.
Yeah.
I will.
I give him I like the next round after because I'm just gonna keep going. Another. The next round he brings over. I give him 5 gold. Just kind of like hint to him like, just keep him coming.
Okay. All right. He'll accept it. I mean, he's a businessman after all. So yeah. I will say, Renolphus, what did you want to do?
Do I notice the bartender looking back at the group?
I'll say yeah.
Okay. I will I assume we're all sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
Or tables surrounding it, I feel like.
I will
high top?
half turn around and just say, well, are you gonna sit down or are you just gonna stand there all night?
I feel like I need to leave.
Barkeep,
I
give
don't know
them the
why,
good
for
stuff.
some
I'll keep
reason,
taking the
chaotic
rust
evil
water.
is just
I
a
deserve this.
huge piece of shit. But alright, we'll go with it.
Yeah. Barkeep is now adding mugs of good ale for the rest of you guys. What are the rest of you guys doing in this moment?
I'll take the penny water.
Oh.
Split just like waves it away. She's like, "Whoa."
Yeah. I don't drink, so I'm good.
Okay. Malice and
you
Arvis
guys
in a way.
think we could go somewhere else? I'd rather get something to eat.
That might be if they're gonna drink like that, that's probably a good idea. And yeah.
Also, I think Renolphus kind of terrifies her because he's way bigger than her and could step on her like a bug.
Valid.
Basically,
If you get in my way right now, I will have no qualms about doing so. Hooray!
Exactly.
Do we genuinely think that not keeping an eye on him is a good idea?
Oh no, yeah, no, absolutely not.
I think we should make our time here short.
As Arsenoe says that, walking into the bar, Lilia enters. Her hair now up in a ponytail. She's wearing traveler's clothes. She's wearing pieces of the armor that that Boykin had given her. She is, much more set for travel. She says, "Oh, good. I was really hoping this hole in the wall was still here. The drink is terrible."
You could say that again.
Oh shit! Are we having a drinking contest?
Yes, we
Perhaps-
should. We should definitely do that.
Maybe
I'm
outside.
I'm barely just getting started. So is all Rodolphus here. This guy.
She's gonna look at
Another.
Malice, Arsinoe, Chio, and Flit. Okay. Sure. And she'll kind of give her...
Yeah. Do whatever you want. Just
She'll approach the
Yeah,
bar.
that sounds great. Can't wait.
I love that we're treating him like a ticking time bomb.
Yep.
It's like
Yeah.
I'd like to
Like-
ready an
I'm
action
trying to get him to
to-
pass. I'm trying to get him to pass out. That's kind of my goal here.
I mean,
I can only stunlock him for so long if it comes to that.
I know.
I have.
No.
I mean, do I have? How does this shit work?
Yeah, I wanna look at the thing.
I mean, I have a couple things, but what do you have?
Cheers,
Do you
Rodolphus.
have anything that can
I might be able to suppress it.
Only
for
the
a
best.
minute.
a minute?
And
At
then I
this
can
point,
probably-
I will cheers you.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes.
which thing do you have?
All emotions.
Did Arsinoe tell us, like, you said that you know who it belonged to, but did you say, like, who it was?
I said we know him,
Yeah.
but I don't think I had a chance to actually say who it was while we were walking. I don't know how long the walk was.
I'm gonna say real quick, Constitution saving
Rodolphus
throws.
has long legs. The walk wasn't very long.
I'm gonna see Constitution saving throws from the two drunkards at the bar. Continue your conversation. It was kind of a quick conversation. You guys were essentially following behind Boykin and Rodolphus.
Probably jogging. Like, oh shit.
25.
Flint, I very specifically told you not to ask Kefka about it.
Why?
Because isn't that him?
I think
Go ahead.
those might be his.
I could
Knowing
ask him
full
how
well
to
that he's
fix it.
probably listening. Nope. Let's
know.
not tell him.
Rodolphus, what was your con save?
And you just not
21.
20 C?
Another.
He can see. Do you want me to just close my eyes, like, so you can't see?
Does
I
he?
can go somewhere
That's a
else.
whole other conversation to have. If you can see what you see at the moment. That is a whole other conversation to have.
I don't know how that relationship
You should take
works.
better care of your mind and ensuring that. Besides, did Lilia
This
come
is your
outside with us?
brain. This is your brain pointing at Brian. And this is your brain on chaotic evil alignment shift.
The two of you are bolstered by your liquid courage, and it's definitely hitting you, but not enough to knock you on your ass yet. Lilia approaches the bar. So if Boykin's on one side, she approaches from the other. And she'll take one of the ales that was poured for Chio that's just sort of sitting there, and she'll be like, all right, cool, I'm into this.
Have the good one. The rust water is terrible. I'll have another one.
She'll drink, but not like to join the contest, mostly just to stand close by. And yeah, she is going to. Let me see. Okay. She's gonna drink almost deliberately slowly, just to see how Arnolphus reacts.
What does she do?
She grabs one of the tankards of good ale and she just sort of sips at it like, ooh, man, this is a little sweeter than I was anticipating.
Is she a human? An elf?
Elf.
No.
She's an elf?
Yes.
I'm not entirely sure if Renalphus cares about her at all,
Cool.
or um, I don't know.
If there's no reaction, there's no reaction. That's perfectly fine. There doesn't
Yeah.
need to be. After she takes a sip, she turns and takes out her harp and just sort of casually leans against the bar and just starts playing. And as she
that's
starts
that good
playing,
shit.
some of the notes kind of hang in the air a little bit. And Renalphus, you're feeling almost drawn in by each note that is played. I need you to make another charisma saving throw with advantage because of counter charm.
Okay. Hot diggity damn.
Hmm.
Well, I could use the 19, but I will instead use the natural 20
Very good.
for a total of 19.
As she continues playing, she's kind of looking in your direction, sort of picking up on hints from everybody else in the group that something went weird. So this nice, lovely, calm music hits you, and you sort of find yourself again. And you kind of take in what has just occurred over the last 5 minutes. And realize
That I'm a huge asshole.
that, but something was easing you along that path of assholery. She is gonna continue
something? Is there something I can do? Like, you know how when, I don't know, you get like kicked in the face and you go down and then you have to take like mental inventory, like, okay, does my nose feel broken? How's my jaw feel? Can I wiggle my fingers? Can I wiggle my toes? Is there something I can do like that? Like take mental inventory of myself?
Your
to
moral
try and...
compass.
Yes.
Considering
Well, that and to identify what what happened when what the trigger of that change was.
considering that I myself have literally done exactly that thanks to Johnny Motley and his second super kick that I wasn't expecting.
We love you, Johnny Motley.
Don't
That second
cater
kick
to
was
that.
my favorite kick.
Don't cater to that fucking twink.
That's not a nice thing to say. You're on the internet.
Okay, I
Wrestling.
know we're in the middle of shit. I have to say this. Johnny Motley didn't know what a twink was when I started calling him one. And even his tag partner, Richie's like, dude, for real? And it was the funniest, year where he's like, just tell me. I don't know what it means, and I don't want to Google it.
I mean, that's fair.
Fair.
Very
That's
fair.
fair.
Make me an insight check. Your DC is your charisma score, which is
Okay.
not high.
So 0?
So
Given how this all happened.
So what you're saying is that I need to roll a 2 or better.
Yes. No. Not the modifier, your actual score.
Yeah.
You have a charisma of 2?
No, I have an insight of +6
Oh, Jesus Christ.
and a
How do you
charisma
get
of
that low?
8.
Okay.
You could do that.
Holy shit. Okay.
So I
We're
need
good.
to roll a 2
Yes.
because math.
Shut up. I've had rum.
He broke runs.
You broke her. You broke her.
Wow.
Broke Rhodes.
Are we gonna hear a Road snort? Is Rhodes gonna snort?
No, she's muted.
Oh, damn it!
She muted herself. She knew.
Damn it! It's my favorite, getting the Road snort. All right, let me know what you get, buddy.
I rolled a 13.
Okay.
I succeed.
You find that your personality has returned. Whatever influence that was clouding your mind, at least for the moment, has been removed. You, even with that roll, and considering your head's on a swivel, you're constantly looking for danger, you can recall exactly when your influence was removed, and it was precisely when you picked up the box with the teeth inside.
Where is that box?
It's in the bag of holding.
Did it go in the bag of holding?
Yeah.
Okay, he didn't just like walk off down the street with a box.
Pocket the thing. Leave the rifle through
Okay.
his jacket.
So, a couple of things are gonna happen.
Okay.
I am going to. I'm gonna just be sitting at the bar, looking at my drink, kind of like half looking at the bard. I'm gonna reach into my coin purse and grab another 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna put those on the bar. And then, in the most, like, angry anime style way I can, I am just going to turn my head around and give Court, like, the death glare. Like, you did this to me. You are at fault for what just happened. And I'm going to say what was in that box.
It was just teeth. It was teeth.
I kind of step in front of Flit. And
I
look,
said that I felt
you-
something weird when I picked it up.
Flit, it's fine. It was my fault. We can discuss it when we leave town. It was my fault. And you see the eyes, one clouded, stare at you through the mask.
Lilia, who's still playing. It's okay. Barkeep, you can go. And he goes, okay. You can keep your gold. And he just like bolts.
Take the gold. Take the gold.
The
We're
other
just gonna leave it here
patrons
anyway.
also get up and leave. And she's still playing.
How long does that last?
How long is that gonna?
Until I stop playing, but I don't know. It was relatively early. What happened specifically? Tell us what you experienced. This is how I play the harp, by the way. Anybody who's if there's a professional harpist watching, this is all I got. I'm petting an imaginary cat. That's honestly
Yeah.
how I'm thinking it's gonna go. Okay?
Sorry, my throat's really dry. I ate one too many goldfishes.
I would have blamed the rust water, because that shit'll get you.
That is
fine.
why I demanded the good stuff.
It's
Some apple
fine.
juice with your goldfishes.
Go ahead.
I was handed a box filled with somebody's fucking teeth.
Just needed to put it in the bag of holding.
What was it?
teeth from the Planesbreaker.
Or so they.
Or so the shopkeep said.
You're talking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to ask about your coat, little one, but I didn't want to presume.
That is the same, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's that
Mhm.
one. I know I've had a lot of rust water here, and I might have tetanus, but I
Why
don't.
didn't you want me to ask him then?
Ask who?
Because I don't know if we're going to need them in the future.
Okay. And she's still playing.
Can we take care of the immediate?
Well, it seems everybody's vacated for the moment. I just want to confirm the him you're talking about.
Wanted to make a deal so that he could help us. And I was the only one that he offered it to. I was just trying to help.
What? I just want to confirm you're talking about
Kafka.
Mr. Kafka. He helps me with my magic sometimes.
Those of small stature sometimes find themselves with brains to match.
I step up to Renalphus. Shield
Oh
up.
God, I'm gonna draw a weapon. That
That's
was an
enough.
asshole move.
Okay.
You know she did it for a reason. That's enough.
Guys, listen.
And that decision is going to get us all killed one day.
If you don't get us killed first.
Hey, guys. He's dead.
It's far from it.
Not as
exactly.
such.
If that's the case, why do you have his teeth?
Oh,
And we're gonna
I
end
mean,
session
not
right there.
good.
God
We're gonna
damn
end
it!
session right there.
No! Fuck!
Maybe you could pull someone's teeth out. Like
I was gonna
Yeah.
say,
something
when,
alive.
so when he
Shut
grinned at
up.
us that first time, was
The old
he
man was
missing
his
a lot?
dentist.
he got some dentures.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
those
Man
were
just
rotten.
got, like,
Minor
veneers
illusion.
full
Fix
set.
that right up.
Yeah, we're playing in a very high
It's
fantasy
scurvy.
setting where there's magic dragons and also full-fledged dentists in the world.
Well,
I mean,
Did y'all ever watch Bones?
Not everybody
Mhm.
has
Remember that
magic.
arc with like dentures?
High Magic Society.
Yeah.
oh man. That, by the way,
Oh, God.
this that you're on right now, this is session 1 thing that I've had in the brain. So, to everybody who tuned in, thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you.
Fuck you, Cujo.
It
this
was Vecna
is-
all
Oh.
We also
along.
love you, Dustin.
For much
Yeah.
love.
Yeah, much love
I-
around here.
this-
Everyone else.
This had so many. This had so much.
Sorry.
This had so much like solid DM fuel that I'm like,
Dustin,
oh,
someday we'll have characters
oh
that get
man,
along.
give me a 25-hour session. I'm good to go.
One day.
God.
One
But
day.
thank you so
End of
much.
May, woo!
We love you. We appreciate you. Be nice to each other, and we will see you next week for some information to be revealed. Everybody have a wonderful night. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
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 Bye.